Yo yo, What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we have some pretty special stuff for you all. In case you missed it, we hit 500 subs on that's up here in the corner. You can see it. We hit 500 Twitch subscribers and YouTube memberships last stream. Massive shout out to everybody who partook in getting or partooken. I don't know. And getting us there, I greatly appreciate it. It means a lot. Big shout out to Rose and Philip for all the gifted subs to get us there. We have locked in a deck. We are playing Betsy at US Nationals. Now, the 80 cards are not locked in yet. So if you are wondering what my 80 card list is going to be, don't worry. You get a chance to vote on that as well. All you have to do is be in my Discord. I have told everybody from the 5 places that I am getting decks that they need to vote. They need to decide however they would like to. They need to decide what deck list they want to submit. I'm going to submit a deck, the one that I'm working on. I am getting 2 from the Twitch sub and YouTube member side of Discord. And then I am getting 1 from a group called the Potato Squad. Group of guys out of like the mid, I don't know if I want to call it the Midwest. I don't know. Like they're in like the Mississippi, like Arkansas-ish area. And so they're like a team. They like play together and stuff like that. And I've asked them to put together a Betsy deck they want to submit, and then I'm getting 1 from Team Breakpoints. So we have 5 different lists you're going to get to vote on in the Discord. You're going to get to literally pick my 80 cards that I play at US Nationals. Also, don't forget, we are still adding to the goal. If we get to 750 YouTube members or Twitch subscribers, I will cosplay as Betsy. That is the deal. That is the deal. Electrum, thank you so much for the 20 months. I appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you, Electrum. Means a whole bunch. Let's throw another one on here. Let's throw one on here for Electrum. Let's see. Goal. I guess I can change the goal to 750 now. Like, that's kind of like the new goal, I guess. So we'll change it to 750 so that it's up to date. But yeah. I appreciate you guys coming by and being here tonight. Everybody hanging out. Donnie, Electrum, Ben, Bing, Bringe, Andrew. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's keep going here. Rose, Philip, Dave, Darkor, Joe, Bruno. I think I hit everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. Guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming by and hanging out. The first thing we have on the agenda for this evening is that we are going to watch the Zyggy Armory deck video. Now, normally I don't go live till about 7 o'clock Eastern time, but did I miss Mekado? Did I miss you somewhere? Mekado, I did miss you. I apologize, Mekado. What up, dude? Also, Leaks, what's going on? So yeah, I apologize if I missed you. Zyggy Armory deck is gonna go live in about 7 minutes. We're gonna watch the Zyggy Armory deck video together in about 7 minutes. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen so that we can all watch it together. So we went live a little early so that we can all watch it. One, I really want to see the cards. I'm excited to see the cards. Like, I think it's going to be cool to see. And, you know, what better way to do that live? And then we're going to play some Betsy after that. So that's going to be pretty cool. Lunatic, what's up, dude? Wait, what did Rose say? I feel like this is my fault. Yo, wait, what do you mean this is your fault? I mean, I guess it is, but it's a really negative way to think about this. I'd like to imagine that you and Philip are like the engines on the boat that got us here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're here now. I'm actually pretty excited. So I will tell you all, I will share with you guys. I've played 13 games of Betsy, and I'm 10-3. Or no, does that count my game today? Hang on, let me look at my game today. Hang on. I played 14 games of Betsy, counting my game from today against Fang, where I ended up fatiguing a Fang. That was actually pretty cool. I did not think I was going to win that game. But we beat a Fang. I'm 11-3 playing this Betsy deck that I'm going to show you guys tonight. So, maybe we could do something, you know? Y'all should have voted for Gravy? Oh, absolutely not. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Leaks, what's up, dude? I'm doing well. How are you? Yo, Chopper, what's up, dude? Is Log the best weapon in the game? There's no other things needed. Yes. Probably not, but yes. I do like the Log. It's actually really good. I want it to be good enough so Victor does not go LL before my nationals, but not good enough that it becomes a degenerate deck like Enigma. I mean, I think with the new chess piece we saw where Ziggy can gain resources by playing things on your opponent's turn, I think Ziggy has a chance to be really good. Yo, Fablazing in chat. What up, Fablazing? We have our new national champion in front of us. Dude, Joe, I appreciate that. If we win nationals on Betsy, we're going to do some crazy shit. Like, I don't even know what. But I just need y'all to know that if we win nationals on Betsy, y'all better be there for that interview, for that, like, winning interview, because y'all going to get some love, dude. Y'all are going to get some love. I want to watch you play an assassin during an event one day. Play an assassin? Wait, why, Huntress? I'm curious. Can you cosplay as Agroblaze 96 when you get to 750? Wait, what is that? Egg roll. That says egg roll. I mean, we could cosplay as an egg roll. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. The chest seems really good. With Rabble Blue, I'm not certain you'll win. If I get a real Betsy deck. Listen, if we get a real Betsy deck, there's a chance we can pull this off. Now, if you all decide to stick me with, like, you know, like 54 cracked baubles and, you know, bet big and drink them under the table and log or something, then yeah, it's going to be interesting. Cosplay just the log? We show up just as the log would be crazy. All drinks are on you in Vegas if you win Nats. If I win Nats, let's just say Sunday night, like, man, like, do I fly home Sunday? If, like, I fly home Sunday night, so drinks will have to be quick. Drinks will have to be quick. Premieres in 3 minutes, by the way. That's right. Tell him, Chris. Sam's deck? I would actually have to spend money to, like, buy Sam's deck, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I like playing against Assassin. Like, when I'm playing Victor, I like playing against Assassin. I want to see you win Nats with Betsy. No memes, only dreams. So I have to tell you all, I have a realistic goal for myself. If you all give me a real Betsy deck to play, like if we put together a good list and, you know, like you all let me, like, you know, play like a real deck, I think there's a chance we day two. Like my goal is to day two. I have to stay till Monday. Tell you what, if we win Nats on Betsy, there'll be a night in Vegas where I'll tell you guys where I'm at and I'll buy people drinks in Vegas. How's that sound? Does that sound fair to everybody? I mean, yo, what? No, there are no AI viewers around here. Get out of here. We don't want your AI trash in here, bro. Ban this person. Absolutely not. We do not want AI trash in here. I hope that was not a real person. If that was, you shouldn't have posted something stupid. Double it to cash in. The goal is to cash. Listen, my day one goal is to make day two. Day two goal with Betsy is to cash if we get there. Get out, Clanker. Oh, I mean, yeah. Like the shred effects just eat Teklo alive, right? They're really good. I live in Spain. Come here to pay some beers to celebrate. Spain? I would love to go to Spain, but I don't know if we can come all the way to Spain if we win, you know? And if you cash, goal is to top. I mean, I guess we could throw that on top. I don't know that that really fits, though. What is everyone's thoughts on what could be inside this armory deck? I think something around fragment. Maybe attack doesn't get reduced when fragmented or something. So here is what I think. And, like, well, the premiere is about to begin, so I'll pull it up here in just a minute. But here's what I think we're going to get from the armory deck. I think we're going to get a card that is like a glue piece for all three heroes. All three heroes that can be played in all three. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to get some glue for all three. Dude, there's 361 people waiting to watch the premiere of this Ziggy deck. Also, there's 73 of you guys here on YouTube and 11 of you guys here on Twitch. Dude, let's go. I appreciate you guys for being here and chilling. You guys could just be watching the video, but I appreciate you chilling here with us, you know? 3 cost, 9 power fragment, deals 2 arcane. A 2-card 9? Oh, wow. Please, God, no. I'm hoping to day 2 with Aurora. Are you playing Aurora, Abby? Is that like for sure? For surezies? Don't make everybody buy Ziggy Armory deck. I mean, Mekado, I will say, I feel like they... I'm turning the music down until it starts. I'm going to pull this up here. This is what we're going to be watching it on. Also, I tried resizing the size of the screen so that we get the whole screen on here. If you guys like this better or you guys like it better the other way, let me know. I just figured the full screen would be better for everybody viewing at home. But I think LSS has set the precedent pretty early on that they want... I think LSS has set the precedent very early on that like they are okay with putting cards in the deck that they will make us buy 100%. You don't have audio? It says it's coming through on my end. You guys should be able to hear it.
Welcome back to the Flesh and Blood TCG YouTube channel. We're back for another Armory deck battle. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be playing Ira Scarlet Revenger.
I'm Jason. We're so back, and I'm playing Zyggy Starlight, the newest Lightning Illusionist from Omens of the Third Age. Ninja has always been a tough matchup for Illusionist. Playing Zyggy is a little bit different from playing your typical Illusionist. Zyggy really wants to put your opponents in positions where they don't really want to block the attacks because the on-fragment triggers are so powerful. Cards like Blink of an Eye combined with Auric Shards is a very powerful combo to deal a lot of damage to your opponent. Meanwhile, there's other ways that you can kind of zip-zap around, deal some arcane damage. Cards like Corrosive Space Dust and Stardust Spike combined with Aphrodisias can do a lot of arcane damage that your opponent probably wasn't expecting.
I'm going to try to kill Jason with my sick Vengeance cards that are in this Ira deck that's been out for a while. Honestly, a super strong deck. Kind of mid-range, can be aggressive, kind of has it all, honestly. So we're going to see if this Lightning Illusionist is up to the challenge.
This whole game plan is about putting your opponent into spots that they don't really want to be in. Do they want to block? Do they not want to block? Are you holding an aura or are you holding another attack? They don't really know, and neither do I.
Well, I'm pretty excited to jump into this game.
Let's take it to the mat.
Let's take it to the mat.
Eyes off the fragments, darling. I know, it's confusing.
We high roll in.
Yep.
I love the
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Free.
Snake eyes,
Ziggy
baby.
voice.
So free.
Oh, I want to see
will
the
stop.
equipment. I want to see the equipment.
Good luck. Have fun.
You too. You're about to get cooked. I will open my turn by playing Ebbing Arcstride. And this says, whenever this fragment gets go again, it's a 0 cost 5 power. And fragment basically reads, whenever a card with 2 or more defends this,
Oh, wow.
this gets -2 power. Since it's on the first turn, I know he's going to block me anyway, so yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you're kind of incentivized not to block. To like, you know, because like in theory, I could just be like, oh yeah, no blocks.
Yep.
And then your turn's kind of over unless you have instants. But given that it's turn 1, it makes absolutely no sense to just take 5 damage for that. Gonna give you a 3 block.
Perfect.
Turn of tempo, which will fragment it.
Yep. So it goes down to 3 power and he gets blocked perfectly by Torrent of Tempo.
So
Good play, Alex.
thanks. I can math.
How about this one? This one's
Ooh.
already 3 power.
Oh, this is the same thing?
This is the same thing, but
Oh,
in
in
blue.
blue.
So you're going to block this one as well?
I probably am, yeah. I
Interesting.
don't see why not.
Sick.
I will.
Card's good.
Okay, so this is going to go down to 1 power, and it fragments, so it gets go again. But I don't really have much to do, so I'll just close the combat chain.
Ooh, alright.
Is that alright?
That's all good.
Do you have any plays?
I don't have any plays.
Okay. But before I end my turn, I'm going to play Sigil of Astral Flow. And this says, at the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. When this leaves the arena, create a Lightning Flow token. Ziggy cares a lot
Ooh.
about Lightning Flow, so it's very important that I set this up early in the game.
Okay. All 3 heroes.
Once you have one, you can kind of roll them over your turns, but the first one is very important. So I'll go to Arsenal.
Thank God we got one of these.
Ooh.
Start the turn with an absolutely classic play from this Armory deck. Age of Autumn, once per turn action, cost 1, attack for 1, go again. Coming at you.
Good.
2 floating.
It's pretty inefficient for me to block, so I'm just going to say no blocks.
Sure, take 1.
We'll take 1.
Ooh, and now it's all turned online. Because I have an Iris of Blossom that says instant tap, discard a card, search your deck for a Whirling Mist Blossom, banish it, then shuffle where you may play it this turn. Activate this only if you've hit. I have hit, so this is online. And this is something that hopefully Jason is going to be scared of during the game. But maybe not, because he has a bunch of ward. And actually, with this hand, it's not the play. I just wanted to let people know that that was an option.
Sick.
So,
Alex out
next,
here, bro.
I'm going to play Seek Vengeance. If Age of Autumn was the last attack this combat chain, this gets Go Again. And importantly, it gets +1 from Ira Scarlet Revenge's hero ability. So this is coming in 5 with Go Again.
Something I have to be careful of is the Okana Scar Wraps. I don't want Alex to get too much free value there, but I kind of do want to bait him into using them and then drop a ward, and then hopefully he throws his Age of Autumn and never gets it back.
That is the scary part of using these.
I think in this spot though, I'm just going to block for 6 with these 2 attacks.
I'll throw 6 more at you with Enact Vengeance.
Oh!
If Edge of Autumn or a card with Vengeance, like Seek Vengeance, was the last attack this combat chain, this gets, when it hits a hero, destroy all cards in their arsenal. Coming in for 6, but... We'll see how you block, and that might influence my decision.
I'm kind of scared though. I think I will just play safe. I'll give you these 2 cards that block for 3 and also this equipment. So I'll be covering 7 on your 6.
Wow.
Just to stop the Scar Wraps.
Okay. Respecting the wraps.
Yeah.
Like to see it. I will just pass priority.
Yeah, sounds good.
Move to Arsenal.
Well played,
Block
Alex.
1,
Thank
destroy
you.
the
Not
arm
bad.
piece, untap
Yeah.
Aphroditeus.
Bit of damage, bit of disruption.
1 battle worn.
Such a talented player.
Yeah, Ira really does it for you.
During my turn, I pretty much have nothing to do. At the start of my turn, this will pop and give me a lightning flow. And this pretty much does nothing. It's just a resource, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm going to pass the turn.
You know how it would be.
Yeah,
Another Edge of Autumn.
it's fine, man. I'm not afraid. No blocks.
No reactions.
Cool. Take 1.
Bittering Thorns. This one's coming in for 3, thanks to Iris
blue.
hero ability. When this hits your next attack this turn, gets +1.
Why do I smell a razor?
I have 1 floating. That's why you might smell it.
The Finn for 3. I'm sure he doesn't have any tricks.
You're right, I don't.
Perfect.
No reactions.
Okay, cool.
Move on.
Okay.
I'll just pitch this other blue Bittering Thorns to play a flying kick for 7.
Oh, that's pretty strong. That's okay. I kind of want to do at least something this game, so I'm just going to say no blocks and take 7.
Cool.
Cool. Down to 31.
Here we go.
Flying kick 2 for 5, but as it's played at Chainlink 3 or higher, gets +2, 7 damage.
Very well played.
Coming through. Classic learn to play tricks. The first thing you learn to do in Flesh and Blood, send a flying kick for 7.
True.
One of the best feelings as a new player.
For my turn, I think I'm going to pitch this blue Crackle from Afar to play this card, Polaris Pulse Ray. This says, whenever this fragments deal 1 arcane damage to the defending hero, it's attacking for 7. So basically every time he blocks, it gets reduced by 2 power, but he still takes 1 arcane damage. So
I think we already had this one, right?
Blocking.
We already saw
question
this
for
one?
him. Hopefully
This
his
isn't
hand's
new, I
bad,
don't think,
and
is it?
He does have to block it.
There's no more fragment effects, right? It just deals 1 arcane.
Just deals 1 arcane. But I do have other cards
You have
like
other
this.
cards.
Could just take 7, move on. It's all good.
I think I'm gonna give you the Sink Blow here.
Okay,
So
okay.
this is a defense reaction for 4, and it will give it -2. So I'm taking 1 and probably 1
Oh,
arcane
this is
here.
new? Ooh.
I'm gonna use the Sink ability. And so Sink Below, you should all know this by now, but you may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck if you do draw a card.
Take 1 arcane.
Oh my god. All right, yep. Taking 1
The arcane
damage.
on the fragment, and then
The
1
arcane on the
damage.
fragment.
So he's fragmented it, which means it's gone down to 5 power, and he is blocking with the Sink Below for 4. So he's taking 1 damage from the physical here.
No reactions from
Yeah,
you.
yeah, sure.
Down to 38.
Cool. I'll close the chain.
Card's
And
good.
then with my 1 floating, I'll play Circular Flow Tide. Now this is a War 2 aura that says when this leaves the arena, create a lightning flow token. So I actively want to blink this to refund the lightning flow. So the one that I would use would be recreated by this leaving and then coming back. Or I can let him attack into
Okay.
it and let it die for another lightning flow. At this point,
Card's
I pretty
good.
much have nothing to do. I'll just pass the turn. Awesome. Go
I'm
for
waiting
it,
to
sir.
see the rest of the
So right
equipment.
now, Alex is laying down the beat, and I just need to hold on, build up my lightning flow, and then just wait until I see my really good cards to try and make a comeback. All I'm doing right now is just preventing damage, setting up some auras, and letting them die so I can get their effects off, doing a little bit of damage with Aphroditeus, and we'll see how the late game goes.
We can always do this. And we can always play Bittering Thorns. When this hits, your next attack this turn gets +1, coming in for 4 damage.
I think I'm gonna
block with my chest, which is Blade Break 1, and also give you this Scattering Conflict. So I'm blocking 4 on your 4 right now.
No reactions from me.
No reactions? Okay, so we'll go to damage. And typically, this chest would be destroyed as its Blade Break, but I'm actually going to pitch this blue Reality, to activate Ziggy's hero ability. Using this lightning flow and paying 2. So I'm going to blink targeting this circular flow tide, blink this. When this leaves the arena, create a lightning flow token. So it's leaving the arena now, and it will create a lightning flow token.
And importantly, this is all, that whole section there is part of the cost of playing Ziggy, right?
Correct. And now it's going to come back with a holo there.
Okay.
And now, because damage has already been calculated, I'm going to activate my Starfield Carapace, which says instant destroy this until end of turn. An Aphrodite you control costs 1 less to activate and gets whenever this deals damage to an opposing hero, create a lightning flow token. So it's going to discount this Aphrodite by 1. And Aphrodite says instant 1 cost. Tap, deal 2 arcane damage to target hero. Activate this only if an aura with a holo counter has entered the arena under your control this turn. And so importantly, this is the aura that has entered with a holo counter, and I will be pinging you for 2 arcane here.
Okay. A little lightning zippy zappy things going on here.
Very lightning illusionist.
A couple counters, another lightning flow token, and this was all just in the resolution step. So yeah.
This will all be in the damage step, right?
I only have AB1, so it doesn't really make sense for me to AB here because I can't prevent you getting that lightning flow anyway. So I'm gonna just
chess piece is really good, but I don't think it's as good as the new legendary chess piece.
Damage, and I'm gonna get a lightning flow. Thank you. And then my arms, Starfield Touch, says instant 1 cost destroy this, untap an Aphrodite as you control. So I'm gonna activate this using my 1 floating to untap this, and this is still free from my chest, and it's still generating a lightning flow on damage, so I'm going to shoot you for 2 again.
I will follow the same logic and take 2 more, down to 34.
All right, 3 lightning flow, we're kind of chilling. And now you can continue playing your turn, I guess.
Wow.
Thank you for the 47 months, my love. Thank you. Over on Twitch, appreciate that. I'm gonna update the goal while we keep watching.
How much
here.
ward's on that circular?
This is just 2 ward.
2.
No big deal.
No big deal, but I kind of want to get rid of that.
It's going to make me another lightning flow if you kill it.
Oh my gosh. But I'm going to have to do it anyway if I want to get damage through on you. So
Keep
I'm just going
flowing.
to pitch this flick flack, which I drew off the sink below. I'm going to attack with Edge of Autumn for 2 damage.
Okay, I am not afraid.
Are you going to take a stand?
I am not afraid. Is he going to attack me again? Are you a good player, Alex?
Am I a good player? It's yet to be decided.
It's fine. This has served its purpose. This can die. So it's going to ward 2, which is what he's attacking for. And then when this leaves the arena, create a lightning flow token.
A lot of lightning flows, which is
4 flows.
a little bit scary. But
It's a lot
the
of
ward's
lightning
gone
flows.
for the time being. I'm going to Arsenal.
Oh, you got me.
I got you, bro.
You got me.
Yeah. With that bluff.
He is a good player.
The secret to bluffing, everyone, is put your card on the table where your opponent can see it. Make them think that you're going to play it. I'm going to stack these flick flacks at the bottom of my pitch stack.
Yeah, we're not we're not getting there. Oh, maybe we will. All right, let's strike the fear of God into this man. I'll pitch a blue, play Blink of an Eye. This is one of the stronger attacks in the Zyggy Armory deck. This says whenever this fragments, you may banish a lightning or opponent you control with no holo counters, then return it to the arena with a holo counter. And so I have 1 floating. And if he blocks and fragments, then I could play something at instant speed, and then it would blink. So, are you afraid? Or do you want to take 7? This is always the question when you're playing Ziggy is like, do you want to take some damage or
do you want to just
scared of these tricks? Or
yeah, I'm willing to block here. With only 1 card, how bad can it be?
how bad can it be?
How bad can it be? I'll block for 3 here, which is effectively blocking 5. Pretty good value.
He's good.
It's like flick flack value.
He's good. I was trying to bluff, didn't work out so well.
All right.
You know, employ your tactics of bluffing.
I'm going to be taking 2 damage here.
I guess so.
All right.
Sad.
Blink of an Eye reminds me of miraging metamorph nonsense that Prism used to do back in the day.
Sometimes your hand does the decision making for you.
He's good.
Pitching a blue feels good. Don't always see those. Bittering Thorns. We've seen this one before. When this hits, your next attack this turn gets +1 with Go Again. Coming in for 4.
That's okay.
this card is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to defend with my head. Starfield Veil. This has Guard Well 2, and this has 3 defense. I'll be blocking for 5 here. Afraid of Ancestral Empowerment, I guess.
Yeah, that's not on this deck. There's a couple other cards. All right, represent these resources here.
Hardwell
I'm
2,
gonna play
and it lets things come
Snatch.
in with hollow counters.
What a guy.
Snatch for 5.
That's all right.
2 floating.
That's all right.
No go again, though.
I'm not afraid. I got no blocks.
You got no blocks?
No, I got no blocks. Do something.
I'm going to Snapdragons in reactions.
Okay.
So Snapdragon Scale is a classic card. Attack reaction, destroy this target attack action with cost 1 or less gets go again. So I'm giving Snatch go again. It's coming in for 5. If it hits, I'm drawing a card.
Nice play. No blocks. Take 5.
Awesome. All right, I'll draw a card. What do we got?
That's what we like to see.
It could be worse, I guess.
Grimace on his face.
Still a card. It's still a card.
Did not be
Card advantage, baby. Flying kick.
Oh my.
7 damage.
Listen, I gotta play my cards. I'm gonna take 7.
All right. That's actually the way to
Yo.
play Flesh and Blood, you know. I'm going to ask for this card. You got to play your cards.
I have to play my cards.
Your
man.
opponent does something and your cards are there to be played. Sometimes you just got to take it and say, I want to play my deck. I turned up here to play. I didn't come here to block.
New Ponder
I'm
headpiece
coming out
could
of the
be
gates
better.
pretty hot with Ira. A couple flying kicks, really putting in some damage. I'm feeling pretty good. The life totals are starting to swing in my favor.
And if I lose, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Alex is a really good player, and I'm definitely not meant to be better than him. I'm gonna pitch this blue to play an insane card, Miraging Metamorph. You should be afraid.
Whoa, what the heck? I actually didn't know this was in the deck.
Yo,
Pretty
Metamorph
good. What the hell?
reprint is
Pretty
crazy.
good.
Phantasm.
Yeah, 1
Damn.
cost 7 power Phantasm.
Bro, I didn't side in my 7 powers. What the hell?
What? You have Enact Vengeance. Throw it in front of this, man.
Oh, you're right, actually. When this is destroyed, create a copy of an aura you control. I mean, I can't destroy it. I'm just going to let you know.
Okay, cool.
So, you're all good.
Metamorph
So 7.
reprint is
7's
awesome.
Good.
I'm just a poor illusionist hero.
Just a poor illusionist, yeah.
playing against.
Heard that one
shit.
before.
Oh, a classic matchup, one that I'm never meant to win.
Yeah. I'll block 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
This does not have fragments.
No,
so
it doesn't.
You will be taking
I'll be
4
taking
damage.
4 damage.
Nice. Please do that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice,
done.
please do
28.
that.
Big W. I'm gonna use 1 floating to play out this Corrosive Space Dust.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I would have copied if you popped that.
Wow, that's actually pretty good then.
Yeah. So if I made a token copy, I wouldn't be able to blink the token. So when I blinked it, it would just disappear.
But you would get another
oh.
copy.
And it would
okay.
still be a Ward X
Yeah.
aura. So this is Corrosive Space Dust, and it says when this leaves the arena, deal 1 arcane to target hero. And it has Ward X, where X is 4 if it has a hollow counter, otherwise X is 1. So this is one of the huge, basically hollow counter payoffs that you have in the deck. It actually gives you a reason to blink things in. So when it leaves, it deals 1 arcane, and then it comes back as a Ward 4, which is really strong. I have 1 floating. I'm going to activate Blitz Kicks actually.
Whoa.
So instant 1 cost, destroy this, create an embodiment of lightning token. Activate this only if you've played an instant card this turn. So this is my instant card.
Are you sure you want to give up your arcane barrier, bro?
I'm so afraid. That's also an interesting thing about Zyggy is there's usually a resource sink somewhere. If you have 1 or 2 floating, you can normally do something with those floating resources. All right, cool. I will pass.
Sure. No instance on my side.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Turn.
Let's go. Let's start with a classic play. Edge of Autumn.
Let's see it.
1 with go again.
1 with go again. That's pretty strong, man.
It is, honestly.
Oh, what do? You put me in the blender. It's not the best value, but it's all right. We'll take it. I'll play the starter spike. So it's a 0
nice.
cost aura. And it says when this leaves the arena, gain 1 resource and amp 1, Ward 2. Now, typically this would be a very, very good candidate to activate Zyggy on, but I kind of just need this to block the Edge of Autumn because I want to activate it on this later. So I'm going to play this and then say no blocks.
Sure. No reactions from me.
So this is going to die. I'm going to amp 1 and then gain 1 resource.
Yep.
I'm going to play Vengeance Never Rests. One of the best blues in this Ira deck, in my
Oh,
opinion.
I actually like this
If
card.
Edge of Autumn was the last attack this combat chain, this gets go again, and when this hits a hero, banish it. You may play it this turn, coming in for 4 damage with Ira's hero ability. Paying 1 resource.
I'm going to defend for 6 here.
Cool. I'm happy with that. I am going to just play Seek Vengeance for 2.
My value, no.
No go again on this one. I'm trying to get rid of that ward.
I think here. So I'm in an interesting spot. I have Blur Reality in hand.
Blur reality. And this says banish a lightning or a permanent you control with no holo counters, then return it to the arena with a holo counter.
Okay.
So this effectively gets around the cost of Ziggy's ability, because I can just blink this by playing this card, and it saves me from using a lightning flow. I think I will do it here. So I'm going to play Blur Reality, targeting Corrosive Space Dust. So this is going to leave and deal you 1 arcane.
I will AB one.
Oh my god, he's so good.
Blowout, dude. Alex is so ready.
So I amped 1 earlier in the turn.
You did, so I will go down to 27.
Got him. It's going to come back in with a holo counter. It's going to be Ward 4 now, and I'll say no blocks.
I will say no reactions.
Cool, this is going to leave and deal you another arcane.
I will take that down to 26.
And then I'll Aphrodite you for 2 damage.
Down to 24.
Not the worst turn.
Pretty good doing damage on my turn.
Yep.
I
was like, it's
have
not bad.
nothing else to do. I'm going to move to Arsenal.
Not bad.
Cool.
I
And
like
yeah,
that.
I guess I did all my stuff on his turn, and now I also have nothing to do. So I'll pass the turn.
And
now I also have nothing to do is amazing.
Yeah, you know, just gotta wait for the perfect turn.
Yeah.
Set up a little bit.
Wait for that snatch that you get, right?
Yeah. I wish.
Edge of bottom.
Yeah, no blocks. No blocks, man.
No blocks?
Yeah, no blocks.
Sure. I'm going to activate Iris of the Blossom.
No way.
Yeah, actually. I don't often do this, to be completely honest, but when the hand is good for it, it works. So
ahead.
I'm going to discard a card, search my deck for a Whirling Mist Blossom, banish it, then shuffle. I can play it this turn. And because he took that Edge of Autumn, that innocuous little Edge of Autumn, it's going to turn on my Whirling Mist Blossoms. I'm going to discard this Flick Flight, which is not getting a lot of value for me right now, and grab a Whirling Mist Blossom, which I haven't seen any copies of this whole game. There we go. That's good.
Ziggy will
Two
love
floating.
the new Lightning
Play out
Legendary
this
chess
Whirling
piece.
Mist
Yeah.
Blossom from my banish zone. It's coming in for 3, and when this hits, if it's the second or higher Chain Link and Rotor hit, draw 2 cards.
I'll cover this. I'll block for 6. And now Alex has to think about whether I have ward, if he has what I think he has.
Yeah, the ward is interesting here.
That's the thing about Ziggy, you just gotta, you know, just let your opponent make the mistakes.
I think like a disciplined player would just be like all good.
Are you a disciplined player?
I don't know,
Oh.
but sometimes I'm gonna play Razor Reflex,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna pitch the Scar for Scar, and I'm gonna play another Razor Reflex.
Oh my god, he's good.
I just
Yo,
wanted to
double
draw 2
Razor's
cards.
crazy.
Honestly,
Good.
I could have probably just been like all good, play that out, and Razor it for 7 or something, get some value. But I just feel like this feels more fun.
I'm losing because he wants to have fun. That's crazy. I'll take 3.
I'll draw 2 cards.
Okay, sure. I hate this. I hate everything about this.
I was punished.
Oh, perfect. 2 D reacts. Let's go.
Yep, that's me.
No way.
That's
no
actually
way.
that's the risk you face
played.
when you decide to try to do the cool thing.
Wow.
That's all right.
I was just trying to show out on camera, you know. I was like, "Yo, check it, 2 razors." Nah,
Yeah, well done. Well
probably
done.
shouldn't have done that, but hey,
It's
we're
all
chilling.
good.
We're chilling.
Since he has defending cards, I feel like my fragment cards are not going to be so hot this turn. But I have to anyway. I will play Shattering Flowtide with my Embodiment of Lightning, and this is a 0/5 fragment card that says when this fragment to create a lightning flow token.
Ooh.
I already have 4.
You have 4 of them.
You're gonna give me 5, and this says go again from the embodiment. So
Okay.
something could be coming after.
I mean,
don't know.
making a
Give me another
flow
lightning
off
flow.
fragment is
like,
pretty
you've
cool.
got 4. I feel like
Cool.
here's
so,
a popper, which maybe I'll regret.
No, maybe not. Make another lightning flow. I got 5 now. With my go again, I honestly don't have much. I'm just gonna play this PS Reality.
Wow.
I think that is a problem for him to deal with.
Oh, I got punished.
Good.
Punished for my block.
I will end my turn. Draw 4.
Could have been worse, but definitely still not ideal. Edge of Autumn for 1.
Yeah, no blocks.
Oh, I forgot to untap my thing. That's fine.
no blocks, man.
No reactions.
Cool. Take 1.
Pitching a seat
Wow, I have
engine?
Iris is online right now.
Oh yeah. Okay. Pop that Iris.
I'm actually not going to.
Okay.
I don't think it's
Very
correct.
disciplined. of
Yes,
you.
I'm being disciplined. I'm playing Seek Vengeance for 5 with Go Again because Edge of Autumn was the last attack. This combat chain.
That's okay. I'll block for 3.
Pretty sure you don't have Ward 3, so I could get a piece of value here with a Scar Apps, but you could just drop 2 auras and then be like, haha, idiot. So I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think
amazing.
I'm in a position where I need to take that risk. So taking 2?
Yeah, I'm taking 2.
Cool.
Down to 12. Ooh.
4.
Danger zone. Oh, Scar for Scar.
Yeah, I have not been able to get this online this game.
Wow, what a shame.
So he did not draw 2
You're so
defense
late.
reactions like he said he
Gotta do
did.
something. I'm taking 4.
Alex said he drew 2
That's
D
all for me.
reacts. They were laughing about it
Pretty
because he
low.
did
Looks
nothing.
like I can do something.
I heard
Like-
illusionists like to go low and then like do something
Interesting.
crazy, you know?
I don't know about that one. Play this card. It being Arc Stride. So this is a 5 power fragment attack that says when there's fragments, it gets go again, but it's getting pumped up by 2 from the PS reality, so it's actually for 7. And so this should present an interesting blocking decision for Alex. Does he want to block 1 card or 2 and give me go again? Oh, okay.
Oh,
Missed the mid-range deck.
I'll mid-range it out with a sink blow.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I will drop this.
That's pretty good, man. Goes down to 5.
Yes.
And it fragments, gets go again. Take 1.
Taking 1.
Yep. And now with my go again, I will play Shattering Stardust. Now this one,
This is
it
the M,
says, when this
right? Yeah.
fragments amp 1. And when this hits a hero, you may banish a lightning or a permanent you control with no holo counters and return it with a holo counter. So
This one's good.
fragment it, I get amp 1, and if it hits, I can blink something. I can't blink this because this is not a lightning or a permanent. But if I have one in
Okay.
hand, I can play it. No, not the D-React.
Yeah. It's another sink. Thinking on how greedy I want to be.
2 unplayable cards would
Why
make
not?
more sense.
Let's roll the dice. Spin the wheel.
All right. Unlucky for me, he blocked it. What a guy. But I guess lucky for me, he did fragment me this turn, which means I can activate my head. This says instant, destroy this. The next aura you play this turn enters the arena with a holo counter. Activate this only if an attack
Okay.
has fragmented this turn. Unfortunately, I don't get the Onyx ability, but I can just play this with a holo counter.
So this
Elliptical
is...
Conflux. This costs 1, and it says when this leaves the arena, create an embodiment of lightning token. It has ward 2, and when this dies, it's going to create an embodiment. But at this stage, all I'm trying to do is turn my Aphrodite online because it only cares about if an aura with a holo counter has entered or not. And I have amp 1, so I'm trying not to waste that. I will shoot you for 3, amping 1 on it.
I will take 3 arcane.
Perfect.
Down to 20.
Perfect. And then I will pass my turn. Well played, Alex. You juiced me.
You juiced me.
Why can't you just take it like a normal person? Please don't kill me.
I will try my best. Alright, this deck's fire, actually. I know this is the Zyggy armor deck video, but I just... Ira, man, it's crazy. 1. Edge of Autumn. You want to give up that ward?
Not really.
You'll get an embodiment of lightning.
The question is, do I want an embodiment of lightning? Okay, man. No blocks.
Sure.
I get an embodiment.
Warding 2, taking no damage.
No damage.
Follow that up. Follow that up with Vengeance Never Rests. Combo, if Edge of Autumn was the last attack, gets go again. If it hits, I can banish it. Play it again this turn. Coming in for 4 with Ira's hero ability. Little break point. Anyway, 4. 1 floating.
Pretty
Just
good.
Just enough to play it again if you want to let
Good,
it hit.
man. I'm going to block
Footsteps,
for 3.
yeah.
Sure, no reactions from me, I think. I'm gonna... Yeah, I feel like that smells like a ward, so you wouldn't just let that hit like that.
Okay, I'll take 1.
Oh, damn.
What are you going to do, though?
I just lost
said,
1 point
"Oh,
of value off my
damn."
Scar Apps. Unless you were gonna ward that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so that does hit. It does get banished, and I can play it again this turn, and I have got 1 floating, so I'm gonna play it out for 3 this time. No go again.
It's pretty good.
At 2 for 7 off that blue.
You know what, man? It's fine. I will take 3.
Okay. I'll Arsenal.
Congratulations.
That's me.
I'm getting cooked. I'm going to play one of the best cards in my deck, Shattering Stardust.
All right.
This has go again from the embodiment.
Okay.
It's coming in for 7. Come on, man. Whenever this fragments amp 1, when this hits a hero, you may banish a lightning or a permanent with no holo counters and return it with a holo counter.
Oh, 7's good. 7 is good with that Pierce Reality.
Sure hope 7's
Pierce
good.
seems
Okay, I think I
really
have some
solid in this deck.
Swag, potentially.
Somewhat?
Some swag.
Okay.
I don't know why. That seems to be like in my lexicon for Flesh and Blood. If I have a hand, I'm like, yeah, this hand's got a bit of swag to it.
They would call you an unk these days.
Yeah, bro, I feel like an unk around some of these cats
Base.
here at
Base, bro.
LSS. Oh, embodiment of lightning. Damn. Okay, actually, all right, here's some value. Bang. Flick flack.
Oh, that's pretty good. All right, it goes down to 5, and I amp 1 on fragment. Ding.
Taking 1?
Yeah, taking 1.
Wonder if I should have... I can afford to take one here.
I can banish a lightning aura permanent. Bam! It's a Stardust Spike. When this
Okay.
leaves the arena, I gain 1 and amp 1. So it leaves, I gain 1, amp 1, and then it comes back with a holo counter. Let's go.
Okay, so you played that out.
In the response to the trigger, the hit trigger, this is going to blink this. I basically don't have to pay for it.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's perfect because now I can activate my Aphroditeus because this came in with a holo counter and it's getting amp 2 with this one resource that it made. So shoot you for 4.
What? 4, bro.
Waning Moon for 4, not bad.
4 on a weapon is crazy for a non-wizard here,
Only because you amped 1 here and this is also amping 1.
I suppose, but that still feels
Pretty
illegal.
strong.
4 arcane. I'm going to take the 4 arcane.
Okay.
Down to 15.
Yeah, we got him. Arsenal pop.
You did the thing that I was supposed to be doing.
I'm glad they're having fun.
Perfect.
Like, I'm glad they're having a good time playing this
Did you
out.
vote him?
Age of Autumn. Okay. I want to protect my ward 2 here. It has some value, so I think I'm going to go no blocks. Wait,
Yeah, sure.
that sounds counterintuitive. Oh, psych. Play this crackle from afar. When this enters the arena, after 1 target attack gets +1. I'm not going to give your attack +1, but it does have ward 1.
Sure,
So I will cover this Age of Autumn here.
no problem. Okay,
Bam.
that cracked me up more than it deserved to. All right, Torrent of Tempo for 4 here, little breakpoint. If it hits, it gets go again. 1 floating, that's a crazy amount of resources.
Okay.
That's a
Surely
crazy
you don't have
amount of
another razor. I
resources.
can't really play around it anyway.
You can look through my graveyard if you want to get real sweaty.
No. I will block for 3. And then I have ward 2 on board.
Okay,
So if he +1s, I'm okay. If he +2s, I will play the other ward 1 in my hand and his 2.
I love that you just tell me that, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to say all good,
Alright, cool.
pass back.
That's fine. This guy dies.
Bro, I feel like you shouldn't have told me that because the Sky Apps could have been on the. Anyway, that's
No.
no.
No, the thing is, I don't have a ward 1 in my hand.
Oh, over to you.
I'm gonna pitch this blue to play my Blink of an Eye, my 2/7 beater. Whenever this fragments, you may banish a lightning or a permanent you control with no holo counters and then return it to the arena with a holo counter. It's got +2 from PS Reality. That should close the
9.
total if this hits.
9.
So I have a...
Damn. All right. No, I gotta do one of these. Even though you just read it out. 1 in hand, 1 floating. What am I doing on my turn? I'm probably pitching this.
the chosen card. Or not the chosen card. Okay. Fragmenting.
Fragmenting.
Okay, fragmenting down to 7.
Yep.
Trigger on the stack. I'll play this Auric Shards. Boom. Just like the tutorial.
I'm like no chance to not do any more blocks there. Like just
It's +1. Has a holo
When
counter,
this
gets
enters the
+4.
arena, up to 1 target attack with fragment gets +1. Bing. If this has a holo counter, instead the attack gets +4. So it comes in, gives it +1. It blinks out and comes back in with a holo counter.
oh, that's
Then
the
gives
thing,
it
of course.
+4 up to
Yo,
12.
that's actually kind of sweet.
Damn. 12 on
Wait, am I
3?
dead?
No. But you are taking 9.
Damn, what the hell? Okay, sure, take 9 down to 6.
That's
And
actually kind of a
suddenly
cool
my
play.
confidence is waning.
And this stays on board as a ward 1, so I can at least cover his Edge of Autumn, which is perfect. Alright, everything this turn has gone exactly according to plan. Alex blocked with 1 card, took 9 damage, and now the life totals are evened up. This is exactly where Zyggy starts to shine. Your opponent never knows what you have, whether it's an aura, whether you can trigger Aphroditeus, or whether it's an attack. He has to be on his toes for the rest of the game.
Should I have done something about that? Pierce reality is the question that's
yeah.
on my mind currently. Edge of Autumn.
Okay.
Yep, for 1,
Yep, no blocks.
no reactions.
Cool, this ward 1 will die. You have served your purpose. Goodbye.
You have served your purpose, he said.
Bittering Thorns blue for 3 with go again.
I don't know if this is a playable Guardian deck, man.
You know what?
I don't know.
It's okay.
Luke.
No blocks. Okay, going to...
Going to 4 with Legacy of Ikaru.
4.
On hit draw a card
Ooh.
as well.
Alright. Now it's my turn to play the game. I will play Stardust Spike for 0. When this leaves the arena, gain 1 and amp 1. Okay? Then I will
gonna get an instant
pitch
speed
2
win?
to activate Zyggy Starlight, sacking a lightning flow and blinking this. So this leaves. I go up to 2 resources, amp 1, This is going to come back with a holo counter. And then I'm going to spend 1 resource to play Elliptical Conflux. When this leaves the arena, create an embodiment of lightning token. So now I have Ward 4 on your 4.
Okay.
This guy will leave. These guys will leave, come in with an embodiment of lightning, gain another resource, amp 1 from all the leave triggers.
All right.
This has been here for a while. Scuff for scuff. Cool.
I will just block for 2.
Okay.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Okay.
And that's it, right? You don't want to do anything else.
Well, no, I think I'll shoot you for 4 actually.
Yeah. I will AB 1.
Okay.
Take 3.
Okay.
All right, 2 to 3.
Pretty close. I'm glad you don't have anything to do on your turn, but I'm kind of worried about all the shenanigans.
I think we definitely should have cleared Pierce, but they're not doing it for the content, I think.
That a little scary when you only have AB1.
I mean, that's all I can do.
Okay.
It's still your turn.
It is still my turn.
You gotta leave Pierce on the board for the content, dog.
Silly
These illusionists.
Illusionists, they can do silly things.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Okay. Well, I definitely ain't playing this. I'm pitching this. Edge of Autumn for 1.
Okay. So Alex has just pitched a red for Edge of Autumn. Everything we've been setting up for this entire game has come down to this point. I've got Lightning Flow on board, I've got blues in hand. He's attacking for 1. I think I can do enough damage to kill him. Let's see how he plays it. Believe it or not, I cannot block. No blocks.
No blocks, so taking 1.
Currently taking 1.
Currently taking 1, which would put you to 1.
Oh? Okay.
4?
Uh-oh.
Razor Reflex also targets weapons.
Okay.
Daggers or swords specifically, +3, so 4? And you said no blocks, so...
Who's got who? I am going to pitch this blue to play Corrosive Space Dust. When this leaves the arena, deal 1 arcane to target hero. Ward X. I'm going to activate Zyggy's Starlight, so hero ability. Destroying a lightning flow, paying 2 to blink this. So this is going to leave and deal you 1 arcane.
I can survive through that.
Yep. And then it comes back and it has a holo counter. So it's got Ward 4.
That's a good amount of ward.
Okay.
And then I'll pitch
I'm about to
blue
pull a
and shoot
Damien.
you for 2 with my weapon.
I'll AP 1. Go to 1.
And then this dies and shoots you for 1 arcane.
GG.
GG.
You got there.
Ziggy won!
That is unreal.
Whoa,
Yay!
Jason, you got me in the end, which is crazy because I was on 20 life and you were on 6, I think.
I got lucky. I've played a lot of Ziggy, and the thing about playing Ziggy is generally you're pretty behind all the time. You kind of do have to set up your lightning flows a little bit, take a bit of damage, look like you're losing, and then it's kind of the sneaky arcane or like the orc shards pump that kind of gets you over to get your opponent when they least expect it.
Yeah, crazy, honestly. But that was a great game, and I'm gonna have a lot more respect next time I come up against the Lightning Illusionist.
Now, if you want to play Ziggy, you can pick up the Armory deck at your Omens of the Third Age pre-release on the 29th of May.
And if you want to play Ira, you can hopefully grab it at your local game store right now. But that's all from us. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next Armory deck battle.
Okay. Well, we have seen the first gameplay of the Zyggy Armory deck. Now, they did pick a matchup that is traditionally not very good for Zyggy. I think this is over. I think we can go back to this. I think we're done here. I am going to turn the audio back off so you guys don't hear it anymore. And Electrum, to kind of address what you said, I think I understand what you're saying. Like, they wanted to show off the Armory deck, but I think a lot of the like where that comes from, like the frustration from people, Electrum, like when you say like they pulled this for content, like I don't know, like I think that kind of feels weird. Like the whole like we played badly to be able to show off the deck so that it could look like it could actually do some good stuff. Like it is not a great thing to do. You know, like I guess I kind of hear what you're saying, but at the same time, like I don't feel like you should be faulting me for wanting to see if the deck can hold up against something. That doesn't feel fair. Like that doesn't feel fair to critique me that way because I want to see the deck be played. Um, I mean, I don't know. Like, I would rather see the game be played out and something happened. Um, like see how the game actually be played out as opposed to like, you know, Alex making a bad play or like, you know, something not like literally just like having like a card in hand that you could attack with and not doing something. I kind of wish they would just play the game out, but I understand like you want to show off the deck and stuff like that. And it's not entirely fair to criticize them, but yeah, like I think it would have felt a lot more. It would have felt a lot more genuine if at one point, if at any point during the game, Alex would have killed Pierce Reality. Although, like they were showing off how good Pierce Reality looked in the deck because it is very good. It is very good. Like Pierce Reality serves to be a very very strong card in the deck. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird balancing act. It's a weird balancing act, and Electrum, normally, like I'm in agreement that like we should give him the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like it does feel disingenuous. I saw somebody um use the word disingenuous, and it does kind of feel that way. I don't feel like I should be faulted for having an opinion that's different than yours. Just like I don't know. That feels a little harsh on your side of things, man. I don't know. Anyway, the full deck is on February. Yo, Philip is working overtime. Let's take a look at the deck, actually. I would like to take a look at the deck. Let's see. Armory deck Ziggy. Yo, the full deck is out already. Yo, Philip is putting in overtime, dog. That is crazy. Wait, what just happened? I wanted to see the deck. Is this the full list? Here we go. Here's the full list. All right. I got the full list. Somebody referred to it as like selling like snake oil. I don't exactly feel like that's a fair comparison. Like you don't have to go out and buy the deck, you know? Like I don't feel like that's exactly fair to say that like they're selling snake oil. You want the game to be interesting, right? You want the game to be like have like this interesting play out pattern. But it is odd to me that they picked Ira as the choice against Ziggy and then like kind of had to like manipulate and shift the game. Like to make it seem interesting kind of feels like an L, I think, on LSS's part. But I mean, I get it. They're doing what they can. They're doing what they can. Like, I don't know. It just feels a little weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like LSS is like a selling snake oil kind of company, you know? Like that's not I've never really felt like that's who LSS is. That doesn't really seem like who they are. So I don't know. Like that I feel like if there's so much negativity for a video that's likely showing off cards to new players, not trying to fault you personally or attack you. No, dude. Like you're fine. Like I get it. Like you're sharing your opinion, and like that's one of the things that I kind of like about card games is like I feel like it's okay. Like it's a card game at the end of the day. We can agree and disagree on how to approach things about card games, and it be okay. The deck did look cool. I do think there are some cool things happening with the deck. New rules update out. Yo, what? Wait, what? Anyway, is that real, Ross? Don't toy with me. We will pull up the rules and read them right now. But I mean, yeah, like I like the deck was cool. I feel like it was doing some really cool. It was doing some really cool things, and some of the things seem very below rate. Fragment is cool, but it does seem odd at times. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, if there's really a new rules update out, then like we will pull it up and read it because I want to know what it is. There's 2 new warrior cards. What? Are the warrior cards leaks or are they real? I don't like, or the like if the warrior cards are leaks, I don't want to look at them. If the warrior cards are leaks, I'm not going to look at them. Attack outside of combat chain. Whoa. Wait, they're inside the rules updates? Okay, hang on. We'll take a look at the Zyggy Armory deck here in just a minute. Did somebody send me the link? I saw somebody ask earlier, by the way, if I've talked about my deck pick yet. Okay, that is the Armory deck. Okay, here we go. Rules update. Thank you. Geo looks like who I got the article from first. Thank you for getting that over. Let's take a look at this rules update. Let's take a look at this rules update and see what we got going on here. You know what? Let me write this down. I'll forget to add a timestamp. Rules update. We'll just. Okay. Rules update. Since Flesh and Blood's launch, the combat system has been built on a clear foundation. You play or activate an attack, the opponent defends, you calculate damage, then you move on to the next attack. Sure. But as the game grows, so does its potential complexity. Upcoming sets, including Omens of the Third Age and Mastery Pack Warrior, introduce new ways to generate attacks that the current rules simply weren't built to handle. Specifically, they introduce cards that can trigger attacks or attack as a side effect of resolving a non-attack action card. What? To support this new design space, we're updating the rules in 3 ways. Adding the attack queue, a subzone of the stack where attacks wait before they go on the combat chain as chain links. A subzone of the stack. Okay? Updating combat steps. Players automatically attack when there are attacks waiting in the queue, and the combat chain doesn't close until the queue is empty. Separating attacks and attack layers. Layers on the stack that are not attacks themselves, but they cause other cards to attack. Rest assured, the system is mostly the same as it was yesterday. The mechanic of attack with will only be used in the special circumstances, and the rules will feel very intuitive when played on the table. This article is split into 2 parts because it includes a lot of information. If you're interested in the new technical side of the rules change and the very niche cases that can occur, please check out the attack queue in-depth section linked at the bottom. If you're just looking for a quick explanation to get your head around how the attack queues work, or just to explain in simple terms, it can be summarized as follows. Okay, here we go. I mean, listen, maybe it will be intuitive, you know? Maybe this will seem more easy once we get into it. Beckon Still creates an attack before the chain link has resolved. When this happens, the new attack goes into a queue where it waits for the chain link to finish resolving. Then it moves immediately onto the combat chain as the next chain link. No go again needed. So if you trigger an attack from like something that you do from an action and it goes into the queue, that action does not need to have go again for you to attack. This is how Dromai 2.0 will work. That actually makes a lot of sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. New ways to attack. Okay, here we go. Here are the new cards. Can I, like, okay, here we go. Beckon Still. Target sword attack gets, when this hits, sharpen this sword. Then if the sword has 3 or more counters on it, attack with it. And this is a 0-cost attack reaction. This is from Omens. Oh my god, this is from Omens? Is this a card we knew about? Is this a card we knew about, or is this new? Wait. This is new, right? This has to be new. There's like no shot this is like not new. This has to be. I feel like I'm like having a stroke right now. Also, Twitch chat just disconnected for some reason. Twitch chat, come back. We love you. Okay, this is new. This is new. Okay, Twitch chat is back. Thank God. All right. That's really powerful. So it's a when this hits, sharpen. I mean, that seems pretty good. That seems really strong. And again, a 1-cost warrior action block 3 blue. Attack with target sword that has been sharpened, and you've attacked with this turn. And you've attacked with this turn. Wow. So there's a world where in Hala, you could like play something that sharpens, pitch a blue to attack if you have a flurry, attack again with go again, and then play this and attack a third time? Holy shit. Hala's going to be insane when these cards come out. This isn't Omens, by the way. Okay, let's read the examples they have given us. Oh, wow. There's a lot to this article. Okay, do you guys want to read the rest of this article? Like, do you guys want an article, or do you want to talk about the Ziggy deck? Like, this feels insane. This feels like we should talk about this. Like, oh my God. They added Bucky again. I kind of like that. Edict of Steel into this attack as a 3-card 12. Okay, everybody's good with us reading this. I just wanted to make sure. Like, this was not on my agenda. This was not on my agenda. This was not something I had on the list tonight, but I'm happy to do it. Rose, thank you for the $2 super chat. Hala's about to be real AF, boy. All right. Emperor Drakai of Asir was the first to dip into this design space. It introduced the concept of attack with as a discrete effect rather than as an ability keyword or activated abilities. Examples are weapons or allies.
You say.
Yo, Rose, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that. $10 does actually add to our list here. We are still working towards our 750 goal of cosplaying as Betsy. Okay, hang on. What has followed are the new cards that build on this framework of being able to specify attacks using triggered effects and non-attack action cards. As mentioned before, attack with is something we plan to use infrequently in special circumstances, or when it is most appropriate to convey a mechanic or idea. It is not the new normal for attacks moving forward. Okay, so I will say, like, this, specifically stating this is not the standard, this is, like, something like this is breaking the rules, not the general standard. Beckon Steel. This card is an attack reaction that can be played on a sword attack with the intent that if it has enough +1 counters on it and hits, it will immediately attack again. It is important to note that it does not require the player to activate the sword itself, bypassing activation costs and limits, including the cost of an action point. An update is required to handle the case of trying to attack while still in the damage step of combat when we resolve on hit effects. An update is required to handle the case of trying to attack while still in the damage step. Yeah. And further, when multiple Beckon Stills are played to handle the case of multiple attacks. Here's the judge example they gave. Tyler attacks Nick with a sword with 2 counters on it. During the reaction step, Tyler plays and resolves Beckon Still. During the damage step, the sword hits Nick and triggers Beckon Still's effect. When the players pass into the resolution step, combat immediately moves into the attack step, and the sword attack from Beckon Still is put onto the combat chain as the next chain link. And it doesn't take your action point. This is a crazy update. Who wants to have Josh Scott on the podcast as soon as possible to talk about this? I mean, I guess as much as Josh Scott can talk about this anyway. And yes, Abby, I am playing Betsy at Nationals. That is what everybody voted on. Okay, and again, this card is in a similar position. It is a non-attack action card that can be played during the resolution step of combat to continue the combat chain. It can conceivably gain Go Again separately to the attack it produces, and in some cases, it can be played as an instant. If you were to Gold Kiss Rum and play And Again, it would get Go Again and throw in attack, meaning that would not be the end of your turn. Holy cow. I mean, it does seem pretty straightforward. I won't lie, Cusco. Like, I think there will be multiple judge calls about it, but it does seem pretty straightforward. Side note, Talishar devs, like, check on your friends, the Talishar devs, because they might be on suicide watch tonight. Or maybe they knew about this and they've been preparing for it. Who knows? Tyler attacks Nick with a sword. During the resolution step, Tyler plays And Again. Combat immediately moves into the layer step. And Again resolves and a sword attack is created. Combat moves into the attack step and the sword attack is put onto the combat chain as the next link. I mean, people are like, yeah, why is already asking? What And Again is this card. And Again is this card. Dropping the Zyggy deck and then dropping this article? Man, LSS knows how to get their stuff in front of people. LSS, thank you for dropping the video and then dropping the article. You have made tonight's stream so special. Thank you, LSS. All right, the attack queue. Wait, did I miss something or was that it? Okay, hang on. To accommodate this new design space, we've taken steps to modify the combat system using the attack queue detailed below and updated the definition of attack layers, detailed in attack queue in-depth linked at the bottom. We're probably not going to read the full in-depth tonight. Interesting. The attack queue. The queue is a subzone of the stack. It functions as a waiting area for attacks that have resolved on the stack but cannot yet move to the combat chain. Here's the core idea. When an attack or attack layer resolves on the stack and the attack can't become a chain link immediately, it gets added to the queue and waits. So the example being the reaction that also adds an attack. It has to move to the waiting room. Oh, also, I'm sorry. Hang on. Rules update article. Here's the article for everybody, and I will pin it for everybody hanging out at home. Sorry. Let me pin this message. It's actually a really good idea. Thank you, whoever suggested that. Yeah, end of stream. We're just gonna have this pinned until the end of the stream so that everybody can see it. Okay. Now I can go back to full screen. Okay, the key aspects to note about the queue. It's part of the stack zone. Abilities of cards are non-functional, with certain exceptions step between. What the fuck is step between? What the hell is step between? And effects may target attacks in the queue as though they were on the stack. Lightning Press. Effects may target attacks in the queue as though they were on the stack. So if you ice react at an attack I have in the queue, I can lightning press it. This is making my brain hurt, I'm sure, man. Trent thought you could see the smoke coming out of my ears earlier when we were talking about the Zyggy Armory deck. Jesus, I can only imagine what I look like now. Oh, it's the new thing that turns off... prevention? Okay. Okay, in order. Attacks leave the queue in the order they entered. This means the first attack to resolve on the stack will be the next one lined up to be put on the combat chain. Attacks that resolve later do not jump the queue and have to wait in line. Okay, So that's actually a really important distinction because that is backwards from how like the stack normally resolves, right? So basically they're saying that if there is something in the queue and you add something else to the queue, it does not go to the top of the queue like the stack works. It works like an actual queue does. Like if you have like a queue, you're waiting for food or something and you take a number, the next number that's pulled is the next number. So it does not work like the stack. It works like you're taking numbers at a restaurant. Okay. Or I guess I got a butcher. That's interesting. Like layers on the stack, there's no specific physical location in the standard Flesh and Blood layout for attacks in the queue, but you can think of them as future chain links. Josh Scott out here living it up, dog. About to make everybody's head explode. I kind of like this. It's really good. Like before we go any further, it is a phenomenal design by Josh, by LSS, by everybody who had a hand in this, that they are saying, hey, this is not the intended design space. We are going to open you, we're going to start you out with this, with some exceptions to the rule, so that we can implement more of it later. They're basically saying, here's the, what's the, amuse bouche or whatever it's called, where you cleanse your palate or whatever at dinner. Like this is like the amuse bouche. This is like the little like sample tasting you get. And then later, we're probably going to get more of it. Okay, let's move on. Attacks in the queue become the next chain link. Okay. The standard gameplay loop for attacking and defending remains unchanged. The two most important changes to note are, we skip priority and go straight to the attack step when it's during the resolution step, or the stack is empty, or there is an attack in the queue. We only close the combat chain when there are no attacks in the queue, and either there are no layers on the stack in the layer step. There is no attack on the active chain link during the attack, defend, or reaction step, or both players pass priority during the resolution step. Interesting. Questions about the queue. When do next attack effects apply to attacks in the queue? This is unchanged for attack action cards and activated abilities, examples being weapons and allies. For attack layers, beckon, steal, and again, when the attack is created and put into the queue, that's when effects that apply to your next attack are applied. This is because it is considered new and an attack when it gets put into the queue. Maybe it's my brain, but that part confused me a little bit. That part confused me a little bit. All right, example. Tyler attacks Nick with a sword with 3+1 counters on it. Nick defends with a card from hand. During the reaction step, Tyler plays and resolves Out for Blood and Beacon of Steel, meaning that it gets +3 and the on-hit effect of the Beacon Steel, which is sharpen, and attack with it. Okay, during the damage step, the sword attack hits Nick and Beacon Steel's triggered layer is put on the stack. The trigger resolves, the attack for the sword is put into the queue, and then it gets +1 from Out for Blood's effect. So you would take damage in the damage step, Out for Blood is applied, the attack is added to the combat chain. Interesting. It seems like players, like the opposing player, does not have a priority window. Like, you can't respond to the attack being on the combat chain. You can still say before blocks and play instance, if I'm understanding this correctly. Can I target queued attacks with attack reactions? Yes. Attacks in the queue are considered to be in the stack zone and therefore can be targeted by effects, including attack reactions that target. Tyler attacks Nick with a sword with 3+1 counters on it, chain link 1. During the reaction step, Tyler plays and resolves 2 copies of Beck and Steel. During the damage step, the sword attack hits Nick. Both Beck and Steel effects trigger. The triggers resolve and 2 attacks for the sword are put into the queue. During the defend step of the next attack, chain link 2, Nick defends with a card from hand. During the reaction step, chain link 2, Tyler plays and resolves overpower, targeting his last attack that's still in the queue. It also gets the reprise effect because Nick is defended with a card from hand this chain link. Therefore, the last attack, which becomes chain link 3, will now have +6 power. Wait, why would I have chain link 3? I don't understand that one. Oh, he's targeting the one in the queue. I think he meant to say it would have +10, right? Riley, yes, we are playing Betsy at Nationals. That is not a joke. I'm going to talk about the deck list here in just a few minutes. Hang on. I feel like I'm not understanding something. Nick defends with a card from hand. During the reaction step, chain link 2, Tyler plays and resolves overpower, targeting the last attack that's still in the queue. It also gets the reprise effect because Nick is defended with a card from hand this chain link. Therefore, the last attack, which becomes chain link 3, will have +6. Should it not have +10? Oh, I'm sorry. Instead, it gets +6. I'm sorry. I can't read. I can't read. I can't read. Everybody ignore me. I'm following now. I thought it was... Never mind. I'm a schmuck. Ignore me. Ignore me. Okay. I'm following now. What happens if my opponent activates Chum, I attack it, I play Beckon Still, and Chum dies? Interesting. Chum, friendly first mate, will die and be cleared from the arena before triggered effects are put on the stack. You will not be required to target that Chum with the attack layer from Beckon Still's trigger. If Chum is still active after the attack, you would be required to target it with the attack layer from Beckon Still's trigger effect. Okay, so you do have to attack it with the second one if the first one can't kill it. Yeah. Classic. Reading the card explains the card. Exactly. Obviously, this is why I'm losing all the time. Okay. Example. Nick activates and resolves Chum ability. Tyler attacks Nick's Chum with a sword with +3 counters on it. During the reaction step, Tyler plays and resolves Beckon Steel. During the damage step, the sword attack hits Chum, Chum dies, and it is removed from the arena as a game state action. Tyler then chooses Nick as the target of an attack for the trigger from Beckon Still's effect. The trigger resolves, and the attack for the sword is put into the queue. Okay. Yeah, Spectra's up next. This one is the one I'm really curious about. What happens if I target an aura with Spectra, but don't have enough counters for Beckon Steel's effect? Okay. Spectra will trigger. Spectra triggers when its source is the target of an attack. It does not care about the attack's power or whether the attack even resolves on the stack. Because a target is required to put an attack layer like Beckon Still's trigger on the stack, and we only evaluate the number of counters at the time the trigger resolves, you can trigger Spectra by targeting its source. God, that confused the shit out of me. Tyler attacks Nick with a sword with 0+1 counters on it. During the reaction step, attacking Nick, Tyler plays and resolves Beckon Steel. During the damage step, the sword attack hits Nick, and Tyler chooses an aura controlled by Nick with Spectra as the target of attack for Beck and Still's trigger. Spectra triggers and resolves, destroying the aura. The Beck and Still's trigger resolves, the sword is sharpened, but the sword does not have enough counters, and the target no longer exists, so no attack is created. Combat continues, and during the resolution step, Tyler may player activate another attack. Okay, so I'm really not following this one around. And that somebody's gonna have to explain this one to me because I'm not following. Beckon Still only triggers if you have 3 counters on this. If I attack Prism and they have a Spectral Shield or they have a Pierce Reality in play, we attack them with no counters. They say no blocks. We play Beckon Steel. When this resolves, we don't have enough counters to create another attack. How are we blowing up Spectra? It legally generates a trigger to attack, but it does not actually generate the attack layer. Interesting. So we're actually just skirting Spectra. We're going to attack Prism, blow up Pierce Reality, even though we had no counters because it tries to generate the layer? I'm very confused. Don't get me wrong. I am over the moon to see Spectra take a massive hit. Like, over the moon to see Spectra take a hit. Like, Spectra can get wrecked. Spectra is one of the worst keywords they've ever printed. Hidden Angel, kill an aura is crazy work. When this hits, yeah. So you can target Spectra, but if I wanted to, like, if I had let's say there was a chum in play, and I attack them with my weapon, but I have no counters when I play this, then we don't kill the chum. There's no additional attack, so I can't send anything else. I'm not gonna lie. This one is throwing me for a loop. This one feels like it defies all logic of the game. I have to be missing something. This is so much more complicated than it is. I feel like I'm making this more complicated. This reads way more complicated than it actually is. Cusco already correct, more than likely. Everything basically still works as you know it. Now they just get an extra attack that immediately starts and works around go again and costs. Right. So, but this says if the sword has 3 or more counters, attack with it. So I don't understand how having 0 counters is generating another attack. It defies the rules of the card itself. But what trigger? Like, the triggered effect only resolves. Are we saying it doesn't have to resolve? So we still manage to generate an attack that targets Spectra, but there's no real attack there. I'm not going to lie. I have been with a lot of this. I've been with a lot of this so far, but like this, I don't know about this one. I'm happy to see Spectra take a freaking L for a change, but like, yeah. I mean, letting Warrior sidestep Spectra is actually really cool, but this this one interaction feels like they were literally just spiting Spectra, even though it makes zero sense the way I'm reading it. Maybe I don't understand enough of the rules to understand this. The rest of the article has made sense to me after I've thought about it, so I'm gonna give like some leeway here and just say that I don't understand enough of the rules, which is probably right. Like I'm probably just don't understand enough of the rules, and we'll just leave it at that. What happens if my opponent plays Arclight Sentinel after I play Beckon Steel? Ooh, interesting. The attack layer from Beckon Steel's trigger must target the Arclight Sentinel when it is put onto the stack, which will cause Spectra to trigger and the attack layer to fizzle. It will not be put into the queue because the attack target doesn't exist. If 2 or more Beckon Steels are played, all of the attack layers must target the Arclight Sentinel because it is still a valid target as all of the Beckon Steel triggers are put onto the stack before Spectra resolves. Tyler attacks Nick with a sword with 3+1 counters on it. During the reaction step, Tyler plays and resolves Beckon Steel. Then, Nick plays and resolves Arclight Sentinel. During the damage step, the sword attack hits Nick and triggers the effect of Beckon Steel. When the triggered layer is put onto the stack, Tyler must choose Nick's Arclight Sentinel as the target of the attack, which triggers the Spectra effect. The Spectra trigger resolves, Arclight Sentinel is destroyed, and the attack layer sharpens the sword, but fails to produce an attack in the queue because the target no longer exists. This is really interesting. Okay, this is getting real interesting. What happens if and again, please remember the card is called and again, gets go again. You gain an action point when and again resolves. The attack proxy created by and again does not inherit the go again effect from and again, which makes sense. You can give both the and again and the attack proxy it creates the go again ability. This would let you net 2 action points after the chain link has resolved. Wow, okay. Tyler has attacked Nick with a sword this turn. Tyler plays and resolves Hit and Run and activates and resolves Mage Master Boots. Tyler plays and again targeting Nick, which gets go again from the effect of Mage Master Boots in the layer step. And again resolves, and Tyler gains 1 action point off the go again. The attack generated from and again goes into the queue and gets go again from the effect of Hit and Run. When the attack resolves as a chain link in the resolution step, Tyler gains 1 action point and has now gained 2 action points. So basically, you can kind of like creepers some of this stuff. I think we should have started with the Armory deck. Oh my god, dude, my brain is fried. I mean, this is like a crazy big buff to Warrior, actually. I mean, every example they've given is with and again. I mean, both the cards that were spoiled were Warrior cards, so it makes sense. Yeah, this is, these two, like this one right here, the targeting Spectra thing is like really throwing me for a loop. But I understand how it works. It's not being explained. Like, not you all. I'm just saying, like, I understand how it works. I feel like a Yu-Gi-Oh player right now. I understand how it works, but I couldn't tell you how it worked to save my damn life. At all. Oh my god. You know what? Honestly, though, I don't even care. Hats off. Spectra taking the freaking L. You actually love to see it. Sharpen Raiden, and again, Bolton gives go again to Raiden. Oh, that's kind of cool. Dude, Lumina is about to be scary. Actually, I need a 45-minute video from Josh as well. Josh Lau, if you watch this, please, for all of us, God, make a video about this. His video called The Impact of This is going to be crazy. Is actually going to go crazy. Let's take a look at the Ziggy Armory deck. I want to see the full list now that we've talked about it. I want to see the full list. Let's go. Mello, thank you so much for the 22 months. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Mello with the 22 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's go 505. I'm not gonna lie. The idea that you guys were ever gonna get to pick my Nationals deck was a little crazy. I never thought we would get there, but the idea that you guys are gonna get to make me cosplay Betsy is even crazier to me. Yeah, Bruno, I think that's the best way. Josh actually just put up a video on the card, guys. Wait, what? Are you serious? Did he really? Is he going to stream tonight or something? Because there's no way he recorded a video in this amount of time. Like, there's no way he recorded a video in this amount of time. The cards were spoiled like, like 20 minutes ago. It's got to be a stream, right? There is no video on the card, guys. Am I being trolled? Are you guys just trolling me right now? There is no video on the card, guys. You guys having fun? You guys having fun? Uh-huh. Yeah, you guys having fun? I couldn't find the video if he did. Yeah, apparently it was always going to be Betsy. I don't even know why I bothered putting the other 39 heroes on there. That was a troll? Dude, I'm not going to ban you, bro. Like, was actually pretty good. Okay, let's take a look at the Ziggy Armory deck and like talk about this a little bit. I do think there are some really cool stuff and like some really cool things in here. The thing that stood out the most to me kind of seems like some late game value with being able to like the arm piece seems good. It blocks for 1, plus it just gives you an extra use of like Aphrodite whenever you would like. Maybe it would be too broken if you didn't have to destroy this. Like, I think there's a real world where like you block for 1 and then you pay 1 to untap your weapon. That could be really strong. Maybe too strong. Maybe too strong. Part of me wonders if they started out with that. Maybe they started out with that and then decided to pivot. But the arm piece is really good. We've seen Auroric Shards, Blink of an Eye. Is this a new one? This is the new one we saw tonight. Ebbing Arcstride. When this fragments, it gets go again. This is a 3-block, 0 for 5, which is pretty good. If you don't block it, it's a 1-card 5, which is solid. But giving it go again is also kind of scary. I think this card's kind of cool. I don't know. Like, I kind of like this. The Ebbing Arcstride is really cool. I actually like this card a lot. The fact that it's a common and it's a cycle means that like the draft portion of Ziggy is going to have some really good play as well. I think this card's solid. Flowing Stormstrike makes sense. You want lightning flow tokens. Like, this is one of the few cards that I've seen that like I look at it and I just go, oh, like this is a pack 1 pick 1-able card almost like every draft. Like, if you open Flowing Stormstrike, you would have to have a pretty good in-class card. Like, in Acilio, in Ziggy, in Aurora, like, style card to convince me that this is not, like, probably just... Like, the 0 cost, the 1 cost, and the 2 cost, I think are all very, very good. And they all fit into that pack 1, pick 1-able, like, section of cards. Flowing Stormstrike is very good. Miraging Metamorph only being a 1-of in the Armory deck. Nah, like, I would have liked to have seen 3 of this card. I think this card's strong enough. I mean, it does make, like, a Ziggy Armory deck upgrade video. Like, gives you a pretty easy place to start, which I do that a lot. So, like, we will be making the Ziggy Armory deck, be making that video. But it being at 1, like, I kind of wish that they had put more in here, but it does make it easy to start there. When this fragments, deal 1 arcane damage to the defending hero. Yeah, I mean, this is a 2 for 7. I like that all these cards block 3. Yeah, I don't know. Call to the Grave was a 1-of in Gravy. I mean, yeah, I didn't really like that either, to be honest. So, I don't know. Oh. Hang on one second, guys. I will be right back. One second. Okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry, guys. Anyway, Polaris Pulse Ray. I mean, it's a 2 for 7. Dealing arcane damage off the fragment is pretty cool. Like, so we'll take a look at the rest of the deck. But like, one of the big issues that I see with this is that it seems like a good aggro deck can just race you, can just like apply enough pressure, and like honestly, it feels like Clash of Bravado is going to give you a really hard time, even if you play like Iris or something. So I don't know. I'm skeptical, but we'll see what happens. Scattering Conflux is a 2 for 7. When this is fragmented, create an embodiment of lightning. I really wish this had just been lightning. Like, I really wish this was like a lightning card. Like, even if it needed to be a 2-block, and like just this would be great. This would fit into like, I think all 3 heroes pretty well. It would definitely fit into Aurora, but I really wish that they had made this a lightning card and not a lightning illusionist card. Obviously, we're gonna get to see more cards from this weekend at Prague, but I was hopeful that we were gonna get this at like something like this at Lightning. We did get some Lightning cards, but I wanted something like this. That's exactly what I'm trying to get at, Dot, is that I feel like we have not seen the glue yet. So Shattering Flow Tide is a 0 for 5. When this is fragmented, create a lightning flow token. Like again, like this card is cool. I like this card. I hope we get more glue pieces at Common from Prague World Premiere this weekend. Also, Beef Dragon, what up? I would like to see more glue pieces for all 3 of the heroes. This card feels really powerful. The whole concept of the 0 for 5 with Fragment, but it has an ability, is really neat. Because if this card goes unchecked, it has an on-hit effect. But a lot of these have like the Fragment like text, which is really cool. When this is fragmented, you get to amp 1, which is pretty nice. But if it hits, you get to banish a lightning aura permanent you control with no hollow counters and return it to the arena. I like this card a lot. This card being a Majestic, an in-deck Majestic. Like, is this Zyggy Armory deck exclusive? Are we sure? Is this Armory deck exclusive? After this, let's see. We got most of the commons and rares for Zyggy. For this, sans the lightning pool. The lightning pool. Did I lose a button off my shirt? Yo, I lost a button off my shirt. That's sad. I'm not sure what you mean, Himmel. Oh, we're missing like 4 to 5 commons. I mean, I hope we get more. Like, I hope we see more like generic lightning cards. I hope we see more like generic lightning cards that like kind of fill in like the glue pieces for certain parts of the deck. Or for like all 3 heroes, I will say. This is Armory deck exclusive. I mean, so we are seeing an Armory deck exclusive card, which makes sense. There has to be something in there, right? Has to be something in there. Stardust Spike. This card is very, very powerful. I think this card is insanely strong. I'm also pretty sure this is this in Ziggy Armory deck exclusive, or is this also in the set? Either way, this card's really strong. The amp leaving like gain a resource means that if this leaves, you've blocked 2 and you get to for free. Just throw your weapon for 3. Throw Aphrodite for 3, which is really cool. All the M's are exclusive. Shattering Stardust, Stardust Spike, and Blur Reality are the 3. So Shattering Stardust, Stardust Spike, and Blur Reality. Oh, Blur Reality is the other one? Okay. Yeah. Stardust Spike is very powerful. I like this card a lot, actually. The fact that it costs 1, like at yellow, is kind of weird because it fits into the cost curve of like play it, activate your hero ability, but you don't have the resources left over to activate Aphrodite, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know about that. And then there's also one for lightning flow tokens. Like there's just 2 of the 1 costs at this level, which is kind of cool. Blur Reality. A 0-cost lightning illusion is instant. Banish a lightning or a permanent you control with no hollow counters, then return it to the arena with a hollow counter. Now, I mean, this is a 0-cost effect, which means it's literally just like a blue that like functions as your hero ability, which is really cool. So, I mean, like this card fits in the deck well. It being a Armory deck exclusive also makes sense, I feel like. This could fit into draft fine, I suppose. I mean, most of the time it's probably just going to end up as a blue, right? Like, as long as you have lightning flow tokens, this will end up as a blue because it lets you do your hero ability and Aphrodite. But I could see a world where, like, playing this is also fine. With the new chess piece, this is really solid, right? Because you get to blink something, not lose a lightning flow, and gain a resource from the new legendary chess piece so that you can activate Aphrodite. With the chest, yeah. I know you're looking at the deck in a vacuum, but it still fits the curve. I mean, that's fair. Sure. Yeah. Like, I am trying to look at the deck, like, straight up for how we see it. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Tram. Clear Conscience is a 3-for-6 block 3. When this hits a hero, each hero puts a card from their hand on the bottom of their deck and creates a ponder token. Okay. When this hits a hero, each hero puts a card from their hand on the bottom of their deck and creates a ponder token. I mean, this is like a role player, right? Like, this is fine. It doesn't get blocked by 1 card, which is important. Like, if you have to block this with a sink below or a defense reaction. If you block this with a 3-block, you are forced to, like, put a card from your hand on the bottom and create a ponder token. It's cool that it's and creates a ponder token, because if this is how you end your turn, you don't put a card on the bottom, you just create a ponder token, which is really cool. Cosmic Duality. This is the set we saw earlier already. We've already seen like this set. Acilio, Aurora, and Ziggy all have one. This is discard to deal 1 arcane damage and create a lightning flow token. And it's also a 2-for-5 with fragment. Crackle from Afar. Maybe this might have been the first time I saw this one. I think this was the first time I saw this. A 0-cost blue lightning illusion is instant. When this enters the arena, up to 1 target attack gets +1, and it has ward 1. Okay, so I mean, it's ward 1, and it buffs something. Okay. I mean, you can flicker it to be able to buff something, which is cool. Definitely be a blingy hero, that's for sure. Because look at the border, like the bling from this set is gonna sparkle, big dog, for sure. Fleeing Starbreeze. When this enters, up to 1 target attack gets go again. Ooh, so we have a +1 and a go again and ward 1 on both of them in a blue cycle. At 0 cost is pretty good. It is just Illusionist, which is interesting, right? I mean, there's no world like Prism plays something like this, right? Like, I don't think we're playing this, right? Oh, you sent me the fancy ones? Oh, nice. We're going to look at the fancy ones here in just a minute. Pierce Reality seems like an all-star in this deck. Ending your turn on Pierce Reality and then like getting to like go crazy with Pierce seems really, really powerful. in this deck specifically. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with that, I think. Sigil of Astral Flow was one of the cards that I feel like stood out to me as potential glue for all 3 heroes. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy this. When this leaves the arena, create a lightning flow token. I think there is potential for this to be played in any of the 3 heroes, but if you're looking for room for like one more blue, like this or like Sigil of Lightning might be better depending on what you're looking at, but Sigil of Astral Flow is really good. I'm going to need you to put together a bling bundle. Yo, Himmel's just hanging out and getting cells, dude. You love to see it. Like the one Sloop Tube spoiled, the one with the on-hit copy and aura. Yeah, the on-hit copy and aura is really strong. The on-hit copy and aura is really strong. It's like a different Miraging Metamorph, which is really cool. All right, let's see what we were sent. Let's see what we were sent from Dot for the Sparkle big dog. Oh, here we go. We got some cool ones. Let me drag this over so you guys can see this. Dot sent us some cool ones here so you guys can check this out. We'll full screen this. All right. Sigil of Astral Flow. I mean, no notes. I'm going to be sad when I open this as a Marvel out of my case, but it is dope as shit. It is really clean. It looks really good. That is... I love this. This is going to be such a cool Marvel. Yeah, this is really cool. Maybe I won't feel as bad about opening that card. The Marvel commons are like, I don't know. The Marvel commons are like always like weird to open at. Like opening Marvels always feel weird. Like you want to open the big hits, obviously, but that's kind of what makes the big hits, right? Crackle from Afar. Ooh, it's an EA treatment. I bet the foiling on that is sweet. I love these like EA versions, like extended art versions of the card. I love stuff like this. Like where you still have the text, like, but just like the EA, like a bigger picture is so cool. Yeah. Oh, these look so good. Oh my God. That, like the like flower things with like the dust coming off them are going to look so good in foil. Ooh, this has an EA too? Man, we better get some cool... We better get a cool... Like some cool Aurora shit is all I'm saying. Because I'm going to bling the shit out of that deck. Which is like probably like my cross to bear. But yeah, the Sigil of Astral Flow is really cool. Like it's a common, so it kind of feels bad to open the Marvel, but it is really neat. I wonder if they'll do like like how they did with Sigil of Lightning, or I'm sorry, Sigil of Brilliance, or no, Sigil of Lightning. There is a Marvel. There's like what I call the baby Marvels, which is like what I own, and then there's like the regular ones. Listen, if Tempestuous Kiss is all I get, that's fine. I'm so happy with that. I would like a kiss, Himmel. Yo. Everybody's going crazy in chat. These are really cool, though. Thank you for sending these to me. Those are really sweet. Oh, man. Oh, by the way, as a side note for everybody, podcasts may get pushed a little bit this week. I don't know if Sam and Taylor... Sam's got issues with his computer, so I don't know if Sam's going to be ready to record tonight. But we'll get it figured out regardless. And I think we're going to hit up Josh to get Josh Scott on the podcast. We got to have Josh on the podcast after some crazy ass rule change like this. So there is a Rainbow Foil EA. There is a Rainbow Foil EA version of Tempestuous Kiss that I will be buying a set of. They're really cool. I did see some of the new Gym Pack cards that looked pretty cool as well. Okay. What do you say we talk about Betsy? No, that is not a joke.
Lizard.
Also, we've added a couple of new buttons to to the soundboard. Sadly, I'm not gonna get to use. Oh wait, EA Kisses cold foil. Oh yeah, you already know.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I did not take this button away. I love that button. I love Kronk so much. Yo, Dark Core, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. I added.
I play Pot of Greed. This allows me to take 2 cards from my deck and add them to my hand.
Somebody suggested this to me like last week when we were playing Victor, and I was like, yo, that'd be dope as shit. Like, but we're not playing Victor, so like when the hell are we playing Pot of Greed? You know what I mean? Like we're playing Betsy or drafting between now and Nationals probably. You gotta make the dancing meme when you get your tempestuous kiss in. Oh, dude, I'm so excited to get that cold full tempestuous kiss. What does Riches do? What? Riches in Victor draws you 2 cards. When you crack a gold with it, it's pretty cool. The other one, hopefully, we'll get to use. I mean, actually, you know what? We can use it right now. I'm playing Betsy for Nationals.
Aw, dang it.
Feels pretty accurate. I did see Damien's list. I took Damien's list, and we have some inspiration from Damien's list that we're going to, like, pivot off of a little bit here. Do we know when the Zyggy Armory deck releases? Like, what weekend does it release on? Is it Nationals weekend or earlier? Is it earlier or is it like Nationals weekend? I have decided to name my Betsy deck Log and Loaded because I thought that would be pretty fun. I thought that would be pretty funny. Why throw Nats? Silly, you've not been around for a minute, have you? You've not been around for a minute. Okay, so it's the same day as pre-release? Okay, so the 29th? Okay, cool. Sweet. So I don't have to, like, try to put that video together, like, tonight or something. Because I was thinking about, like, Zyggy Armory upgrades, and I was like, man, like, it's good I don't have to, like, do it this week. Means that I can, like, try to put it together this weekend or something. So we'll get that out for the 29th. Well, Silly, in case you missed it, I know you got crazy work hours. I'm glad you're here tonight. In case you missed it, we got to 500. That's what the number up there in the top right-hand corner is. Or left-hand corner for you, I guess. I don't know. I pointed to my right, but it's 11. If we got to 500 Twitch subscribers and YouTube memberships, I was going to play Betsy at US, or I was going to let Discord vote on what I played at US Nationals. Betsy was the winner. We are now taking 5 deck lists. I'm waiting to get those 5 together. A poll's going to go up on Friday. You're going to have all weekend to vote. You have to vote by the end of this weekend on what deck, like of the 5 deck lists that I submit, you have to pick one. And that's going to be my 80 cards that I play at US Nationals. No changes. No changes. And I got to tell you, I'm not saying anything, but through 14 games of Betsy, we're 11-3. You're telling me there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. So it's YouTube memberships or Twitch subscribers. Arena is what it is. And so we hit the 500 goal when I streamed with John last week. So we put up the poll. Now you'll notice it says 5050750. When we started this, I also said that if we get to 750, that I will cosplay as the hero I'm playing. So if we get to 750, I will cosplay as Betsy at US Nationals on Friday. I'm only doing this shit one day. I'm only doing it one day, but I will do it. I hope you don't need to make last minute changes after additional spoilers. Me too, Electrum. Me too, brother. Me too. I mean, dude, we have Log. We're there. Do you have the Marvel Betsy yet? I do not have Marvel Betsy. What does Marvel Betsy cost? What's the Marvel Betsy at? How deep are we going in the game? Skin in the game Marvel. $130. Aye. If somebody wants to cut your boy a deal, we might make that happen so that we can have the Betsy Marvel. Y'all just wait till I cash nats and there's a Betsy modified guide coming at y'all's ass. That's what's gonna happen. Shit's gonna be crazy. Please let me play the Log. God, please. If y'all don't put Log in the deck, I'm gonna cry. I don't really know that, like, so here's what I'm thinking, Bruno. The idea behind me picking, like, you all voting this weekend is that I want to know what my 80 is going to be so I can buy all the stuff I need. That's where my head's at. Welcome back, Himmel. Get Himmel on the phone is right, dude. Yeah, I kind of figured it was like 60. Yeah, if like somebody wants to cut your boy a deal on the Betsy Marvel, then like, I mean, I'm not saying you got to cut it in half or anything, but like we'll talk about it. I might buy one from you. So we've talked about what's going on, why I'm playing Betsy at Nationals. Let's take a look at the deck. Let's see. Okay. This is the list that I have been testing. This is the list that I have been testing. Like this is where I think a good starting point for the deck is. Log and loaded. Yes. I have made some changes to the deck. This is going to be one of the 5 deck lists that I submit, obviously with some changes. We're going to be, we're going to be talking about some changes, and I'm going to keep working on it throughout the week, but this is going to be one of the 5 deck lists that I submit. Now, this deck is better than you think it is. I'm just going to say that. This is better than what you think it is. Obviously, if there's an expansion slot Betsy card spoiled this weekend, like Betsy spec or something that's not just this, then like, yeah, we're jamming it in the deck. Yeah. No, we're not playing Double Down. We're not playing Double Down, and I'm going to explain all this in a minute. So taking a look at the deck, obviously, we're playing Pile Driver. Hang on, we got to make sure we got the shorts recording on. Make sure we got shorts recording on. Pile Driver is better than you think. 7 overpower, make a gold that turns on Good Time Chapeau every turn into aggro decks is actually very powerful and gives you the ability to be able to race your opponent in some matchups. There's also a chance where you can just use this as Sledge and just fatigue your opponent. Pile Driver gives you a lot of flexibility in your game plan, so don't be sleeping on Betsy. She might be real. Everybody who's not here is going to see that shit on YouTube. Y'all going to be seeing that on TikTok. I do think Pile Driver is real. Like, this is actually really good. I don't think there's more expansion slot cards. I was just being funny. I don't think there is. I was just being funny. Tunic is very strong. Tunic fits in the deck very well. Good Time Chapeau is like probably just the best headpiece to be playing. There are lots of generic headpieces you could play, like Balance or Crown of Providence. Like there's lots of good things you could be playing, but Good Time Chapeau is the best headpiece for Betsy to play. Anytime you have a gold, you can destroy it and wager a Might and a Vigor token. Now, Betsy has this like hidden mode that a lot of people don't know about, where for every time you wager, you can pay 2 resources to give it +1 in overpower each time. So there have been times where I have thrown bet big for like 10 or 11 if it lines up in the right way based off the number of blues we have in our hand. So Good Time Chapeau allows us to push damage, set up for the following turn, and continue to keep that value train rolling. There is a log slop list that Randy has been pushing in our team Discord. Log slop might be a real thing. Make sure you have AB 2 or 3 for the arcane decks that'll be there. Oh, don't worry, we got stuff in the sideboard. Okay, there's lots of cool things we can do with this deck, and I'm going to start talking about some of them and some of the things that I have like just learned. Also, huge shout out to our boy Trent who hangs out. He's been helping me test and like play some games. Like just big shout out to Trent for helping me out and playing and testing the deck and working on some stuff with me with the deck. Here is my 54 card main deck. Also, big shout out to Damien. I took Damien's original starting list and I've taken it from there and I've tweaked it to fit it into what you see in front of you today. There are 2 Betsy specs. Oh, hey, let's go. Dante_3. Thank you so much for becoming a member on YouTube. Dante, I appreciate that. Means a bunch. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's throw another one on there for Dante 506. We are rolling right along. We are rolling down the river. Hey, Trent. We all love Trent. Trent did finally beat me the other day. How about that? We had to change his command. Yes. That was just for the salt.
Lizard.
Anyway, bet big and drink them under the table are very powerful. You can wager a gold, a might, and a vigor token with Betsy specialization bet big. Being able to attack for big numbers, generating more value, rolling to the next turn is really, really powerful. So bet big lines up well as it allows us to set up gold, which means we can use good time chapeau. Might and vigor tokens allow us to try to go over the top of what our opponents are doing so the overpower can continue to push more value. Drink them under the table is another really good one. When you have no cards in hand, it is really neat to be able to throw drink them under the table and wager. If you have no cards in hand, it only makes sense to do this most of the time. If your opponent's at 1, you don't really want to be wagering. Now, sometimes wagering the overpower is worth it. It's just worth it.
You love to see it.
Yo, Puffin Fluff. Thank you. Just said that shit out loud, bro. Thank you for the sub on YouTube. Yo, that shit took me out, bro. Thank you for the sub over on YouTube. Guys, if you are here for the first time and you are new to the channel, we got 3 questions we ask everybody when they're new. They are, what's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? That goes for everybody. Whether you're new, whether you've been here for a while, maybe you just never answered those questions. Throw them out there, you know? Love to get to know more about you guys. Drink them under the table. Very powerful. Also, bet big and drink them under the table. Costing 4 means it fits into that cost curve of pitching 2 blues and overpower with the other 2, like we do with log a lot of times. There's a really neat play that you can make with Command & Conquer that I honestly hadn't really considered. One of the most common plays in Flesh and Blood is to play Command & Conquer and to pummel it off of a tunic resource. Well, if you activate Good Time Chapeau, you throw Command & Conquer, use Tunic for a resource. If you pitched a blue, you're able to come in for 7 overpower, which against like a lot of aggro decks can be tough to block. Meaning we're going to get their arsenal. We're going to make a might and a vigor token and set up for the next turn. So being able to utilize disruption is also really, really good, and I like it a bunch. E-Strike has kind of just been like a role filler. I was playing Spinal Crush in this spot. Damien had Spinal Crush in his list when he originally sent me this, but I ended up playing. I'm testing E-Strike tonight because I think E-Strike has potential to just like be a better like role filler. So like against a lot of matchups, like let's say against the Guardian Mirror or against Gravy Bones as an example, we want to be able to clear allies. So we need Go Again to be able to do 2 for 1. It's really cool. And then also against Guardian matchups, you have the ability, if you have a 4-card hand, you can go E-Strike Go Again into log for 7. Now, I know that's a 4-card 12, but that 7 is going to have overpower, and Go Again is really good in Guardian Mirror. I may or may not be ordering some Betsy spec foils. Also, I have some of them already, courtesy to a good buddy of mine. His name is Billy. Billy used to be a local and hang out, but he actually moved to Louisiana for work, so I don't really get to see Billy anymore. But Billy was kind enough to hook me up with some of the Betsy specs when they were coming out, and they weren't worth anything. So big shout out to Billy. Okay, E-Strike, role filler. We are on all 3 defense reactions. We are on Fade Foreseen, Shelter from the Storm, and Sink Below. We need defense reactions to help us block on-hit effects and play efficient offense. We could be on some other cards, like we could be on like Choke Slam or Debilitate. I don't think it's worth it. I think we want the specs, Command & Conquers, E-Strikes as a filler card. We also have some other sideboard cards that we're going to talk about. Matt, I have not played this matchup as Betsy yet. Now, what I will tell you is that Trent and I played 3 games. Trent and I played 3 games where I was playing my Victor list and he was playing his Betsy list, and I won all 3 games. Now, the games were really close. The 3rd game, he was going to win, but he drew quad reds. So, like, it was really awkward. But the game was, like, the games were closer than I thought they were going to be. Zealous Belting is a consideration we're going to talk about in the sideboard. I don't think Ethan's going to, if Ethan puts me on camera, it's going to be, like, after I'm 3-0. Convince me to pick you up a Betsy Marvel for Nats. I'm trying to think. I was going to say I'm going to say we're doing dinner, but it doesn't feel like a fair trade-off. We're celebrating our birthdays. I don't know. I'll come back to you with an argument. I'm not very good at selling people things, which is funny because I used to work in sales. Okay, first off, Foxy. I could be 3-0 for all you know. I have high hopes for this deck, guys. I have higher hopes than we might think. Everybody strap in. I think you might be impressed, okay? I am on a 1-of copy of Buckle. I think Buckle is actually decent into the Guardian Mirror. It's very good into Tekla-Vossen. I like it a lot against Tekla-Vossen. The idea of using Buckle to get like a tech plating off of like a Fatigue Victor or something would be pretty cool. I don't know. We are on the traditional blue Guardian base. Like, we're on, like, good attacks. Like, Cranial Crush, Debilitate, Disable, Machos, Headbutts, Thunk, and Thunderquake. Now, Thunk may turn into Chokeslam. I was on Thunk because we were playing some number of Clash cards. Like, I was on Clash of Vigor originally, but I decided to cut it for Rouse the Ancients. Now, we have a 1-of Overcrowded in the deck. There is a debate for us to not play Buckle and for us to play a 2-of Overcrowded. This card's very effective. It's good against Mario. I don't know if Mario is going to get hit from the BNR. So we're kind of stuck there, is like one of the issues that we're having. Don't know what's going to happen with the BNR that comes out on like the 28th or whatever, which is like next week. Maybe we should have waited till after the BNR announcement to decide what the Betsy decks were going to be. Oh, well, it is what it is. We are on 3 copies of Terra Sunder. Next BNR is on Thursday, May the 28th. Yeah, we're gonna be streaming that day, more than likely. Yeah, BNR is before Omen's pre-release, I'm pretty sure. 3 copies of Terra Sunder. This is just like one of the best, like, disruptive blues that you can play in the deck. Love to see it actually like I just love being able to play this card. This is one of the cards that I wish I could play in Victor, but I've never had the opportunity to, because Victor just can't really play that many misses, so you have to like pick your poison. So being on 3 copies of Terra Sunder feels really good in this deck. We are on a 1-of Sense Weakness. Sense Weakness has potential if we can set up a pitch stack into Gravy Bones. I'm not saying it's insane, but it has potential. It is also very, very good into Kasai, which I think we could do like some good stuff against. Like, where we're able to use Sense Weakness as a way to like get Dominate, clear the allies, and like play against the late game. I was also debating 2 copies of Sense Weakness and 1 Overcrowded and 0 Buckle, but I'm kind of on the fence about it. Ripple Away is the best it's ever been. Like, Ripple Away is literally the best it's ever been, like ever in the history of its printing since Heavy Hitters. So I love seeing Ripple Away in the deck. It's a 3-of automatically, like it's just going to fit into the deck. I was on 3 copies of Clash of Vigor, but I decided that I wanted more mirror tech. And when I say mirror tech, I mean Guardian matchups in general. So being on 3 copies of Rouse the Ancients, I haven't tested it yet. I'm hoping it's good. It plays into a lot of our base and how it works out. But I think that 3 copies of Rouse the Ancients is going to feel pretty good. There might be a world where we play 2 copies of Rouse the Ancients and we play like a second Overcrowded. I'm skeptical on the number of 2 blocks that we have, but we'll see how it feels. Buckle can be good here and there. Second Sense Weakness might be better. Might be better. Would you run more copies of Sense Weakness into Gravy? I might play 2 copies of Sense Weakness into Gravy Bones, just for the idea that if we had 2 copies of Sense Weakness, we could block with one when we needed to, and we could make sure that we're stacking one for late. So I don't know. Buckle could get the hook against Gravy. That is very true. I'm kind of like, yeah, Avengers, we read the whole rules update. It's crazy. We were reading the rules update. It's actually crazy. The rules update is insane. Also, guys, while we're talking about the Betsy deck, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out and being here tonight. Appreciate y'all chilling. All right, sideboard. Let's talk about the sideboard. 2 copies of Oasis Respite. There is a world where we want more 4 blocks. I'm on Shelter, Fate, and Sink already. 2 copies of Oasis Respite for some life gain. Helps into Fatigue when we need to fatigue certain matchups. I'm also on Rampart and Titan's Fist for certain levels of like fatigue if we ever need it for anything. So I think that could be like a very good place to be. Like just being on 2 copies of Respite could be really good. Yeah, Silly, there's a rules update. There's a really good rules update. So the idea, Top It, is that we would kill all the chums and then use Sense Weakness to try and clear up the other pieces of the board. A Clash variant with Clash of Bravado might be the best pick for Bug Zappers. It could very well be. But yeah, I like 2 copies of Oasis Respite. We have 2 copies of Pummel in the deck. Guardian Mirror is going to be impactful. I've been playing 3 copies of Pummel in the sideboard, but I don't know that I like it. You can't pummel the log, which makes it awkward at times. The too long didn't read aspect of the rules change, Silly, is that there's going to be attacks that don't use Go Again. They're basically like extra attacks. Dude, it's hard to explain. I would go read it. If Victor is still alive, would Miller's be better than Titan's Fist? I don't know that the matchups where we want Titan's Fist were safe playing Titan's Fist. I don't know if I want to be on Miller's, to be honest. But I was playing 3 copies of Pummel. 3 felt very clunky, felt very awkward. I don't know. I'm going to try 2 tonight and see how it is. 3 copies of Staunch Response. We could easily cut one of these and go down to a 3rd copy of Pummel. Could also be like the pivot that we make back. 3 copies of Clash of Bravado, which I think lines up pretty well in the deck. There are quite a few misses in the deck, but Clash of Bravado seems like it could be pretty decent. 2 copies of Midas Touch to help into Kasai, to help into Gravy. It's also just a 3 block. Like you can pitch it to swing the log if you ever need to keep it in the deck. 2 copies of Remembrance because I think fatigue nonsense is going to be a real thing, and I like having 2 copies of Remembrance. Riches of Tropodani makes a gold. We can never Pot of Greed Victor nonsense it like we could other things, but I think it's really good. Heart of Fiendel for the fatigue matchups where we're on Rampart, Titan's Fist lines up pretty well. I don't know how I feel about playing 2 gems in the sideboard. It's something I haven't really tested yet. Why tech into matchups when you are the tech is crazy. I mean, I love the energy, Chris, but it's crazy. Yo, I did not mean to click on that. Anyway, and then we have AB3. Gloves, Boots, and Enclosed Firemind. I mean, we could play Null Hood, but I have a cold foil version of this, which this means we can play Tunic and we can play Log. So we can kind of race a little bit. And then we have this for fatigue. No. I'm sorry. when I say fatigue, I mean that like we want Titans Fist and Rampart for when we want to fatigue people. When we are playing against a fatigue deck, we will be playing the log. Sorry, that was probably confusing. That's on me. My bad. My bad, everybody. Let's try the deck and see how it feels. The fact that this deck is $1,600 is hilarious to me. Let's try the deck and see how it feels. If you are hanging out and you want to play against this deck tonight, you know, let's play some games. Let's play some games. I mean, yeah, now that we have the Guardian Helmet and Cold Foil, we might as well play it, right? We might as well play the Guardian Helmet. I do want to get a foil log. I won't lie. I want a foil log. I'd only consider one less rouse, but that depends on how it feels. Noob, that's kind of one of the things I'm testing is does 3 rouse work or should we be on 2? Should we be on 2 rouse? Also, I think I picked public. I think I had public. I don't think I was playing private games earlier. I'm pretty sure I was playing public games. Pretty sure I was. No stand ground. Is that the new offhand shield? It could be okay. EA Cold Foil log would be awesome. Yo, while we're all here and we're hanging out, you guys keep mentioning, you know, let's see. Dory is 22030, so I can go back and add this later. All right, Dorinthea. Let's sideboard for Dorinthea, and then we'll talk about this. Is this a Titans Fist matchup? Like, I kind of feel like we want to be on Staunches, Oasis Respites. I don't know. I'm kind of struggling with like what we should be doing here. I would be lying if I said I've considered this matchup much. Let's see if log works into them. I want to try a log into them. We'll play a 1 of Pummel. Let's try it like this, and we'll play Pummel. I'm honestly like thinking that log Betsy could be a real deck in a post-Victor world. I think the deck like has a chance to be real for sure. I think there's a real chance. Maybe we're supposed to play Heart. We could get got by Oasis. We could get got by the new card. Let's play 2 Pummels in that card. We'll see what we can make happen. It just depends on if we end up playing offense or defense. Just depends on if we end up playing offense or defense. Let's go. Calcitin Awesome Broso. Thank you so much for the Prime sub over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you. It means a lot. Appreciate that. Let's run this up. 507. Slowly but surely, we're making our way towards that 750. You crazy people just want to see me cosplay Betsy. You animals. Dorinthea, we are going second. And we'll see what they can come up with. Our 1 of Oasis Respite early is not great. Overpower less good versus Warrior. I mean, I think this should probably be a Titans Fist matchup, but I want to try a log into everything to see how good it is. They loaded 69 cards into us. Let's block 3 and see what they do. If they go for a buff, we'll pitch the Command and Conquer to the Respite. I'm okay with just playing this here. Got 35 games on Talishar so far. Log feels great against everyone. Actually, should we just keep this? Nah, let's pitch this. We'll Respite ourselves. We'll target the Dawnblade. I mean, there are definitely some matchups where I think log is better than most people think it is. I mean, yeah, let's just get aggressive. Absolutely. There are definitely some matchups where I think being aggressive is the key. With log, like using it as a value engine can be very good. But there are definitely some matchups where I think we need Titan's Fist and stuff like that. I mean, it's a 4-card 12. Like, this is fine, right? Like, it's a 4-card 12. This is fine, but we're making them block, which I kind of like. The more cards that come out of their deck, the better off we're going to be. I'd really like to arsenal the Rouse and like try to set up a little bit because we don't really have like a great Rouse hand here. I wonder if this is equipment turn. We give equipment and arsenal to shelter. I don't hate that. We'll see what they do. There's no like shred effects against Dory, so like we can pretty safely just block with this whenever we want to. And I mean, if they do try to go over the top, we have a second D-React, which is like fine. We're currently trading 1 card out of our deck for 1 card out of their deck. We can just block this out, which is fine. And then we'll just throw 7 again. Like, I'm pretty comfortable just giving them the gold if they're willing to give us equipment or 2 cards every turn. Because there will come a point in the game where they flip and they try to play offense. And like I want them to like be blocking. The more they're blocking, the more I'm okay with it. They have another D-React? Okay, so they do give us a gold this time. All right, interesting. So they keep 3 cards this time around. So let's block like this. Actually, is there a world? I don't think we really want to arsenal any of this stuff, right? I think we're pretty comfortable just like blocking like this and then just throwing 7 at them. They have Tunic up. Maybe I'm just supposed to take 5 and then just block 6 on the second one. That's probably fine. We'll just say no blocks. Tempting opponents to give us equipment easy? Yeah, it is. It is, which is really intriguing. Because if our opponents are comfortable giving us equipment easily, like in early, then we're just going to dominate the late game value here. And I think this is one of those turns where like we have to like try and see the forest for the trees. So now we're going to block like this. They're comfortable just arsenaling whatever they have. Giving up the buckle maybe wasn't great. I don't know. Like, I don't really know that we're like super set in on like trying to blow up bracers. I mean, yeah, I'm still just crashing the boards for 7. Like, if you're willing to take 5 and keep your hand with an agility, like, that's scary. But, like, that's the thing is, like, it kind of feels like whatever they do, it doesn't really matter. Like, we're making another gold, which means Chapeau's going to be better here later. That's very early on. Like, there are lots of things that could happen here. Lots of things that could go wrong with this game. But, like, we're setting up a decent pitch stack with, like, Terrace Under. We have a Rouse for late game that's coming around. They're going to lead on a Sharpen still. No! No! They just said they have to go and chat. Dang it. I mean, like, I understand, but that sucks. So what was our turn going to be? They were going to play Steel Blade Supremacy, attack me for 8. I was going to block 8 and then force them to have it. And then when they don't have it, we get to use Tunic to throw Pile Driver for 6. No wager on the gold, Arsenal Staunch. That next hand was going to be awkward with all reds, but man, that sucks. We had a really good start to this game. We did have a really good start to this game. The saddest confetti in the world, I guess. Like, it feels kind of weird, like, even, like, saying that we won that game, but... I mean, I'm going to put asterisks around it like I do every other game we play that we win that doesn't really count. Game... got off to a good start with life total lead in 2 gold in play, up left on turn 4. They had to go, and then we're just gonna put the asterisks in there so that I know that when I'm looking back on this later, I can't be like, oh, I beat Dory this amount of times. Like, it lets me know it was a fake game. That's right. The Betsy intimidation's too strong. Yo, what's up, Gage? How are you, dude? Yo, Betsy themed collab token would go crazy. Are there overpower tokens? Is that a thing? I need to get a set of those overpower dice. Like the ones that say go again, overpower, dominate, and stuff. Ooh, Puffin. So I've not played this matchup yet. But Trent and I were discussing this matchup, and we think we had an interesting concept for how to play into this matchup. This is a matchup where, like, they don't want gold. I'm gonna see if mine and Trent's theory works into this matchup that we were talking about. We're gonna play Titan's Fist this game, and I'm sorry. I know. That's boring. And then we're going to play Midas Touch. So I think we're going to play 63. And we're going to play Titan's Fist. I know that's not fun. And I'm sorry. But I think that's going to be the play. Yo, hopefully they pass right here. This hand's crazy. I know. We all want to throw the logged. We all know Titan's Fist. We all know Titan's Fist through and through. Ooh, gonna get aggressive. Okay. Well, I hate to block with a rouse, but we need to block for efficiency here, depending on what they follow up with, because they picked go again. I mean, they could just be doing this into like cog or something. Make a golden cog, sure. The fact that, like, we have to make a decision right here and right now feels really bad. I do not want to block with Chapeau, but we are giving up 2 life or just like 2 value on equipment or taking life here. And I think we're better off just playing it out this way. It is kind of crazy that it's worth noting that we would have gotten value off the Rampart block. Oh, if we draw a Midas Touch, we're Midas touching the bird 100%. If we draw a Midas Touch, we're slamming it on the bird. That's why we play 2 copies in this matchup. We did not draw one. We're going to go disable to the bottom first. So it's going to be 5 go again. I mean, we will try to play offense if they give us turns. We will play offense. Why the new rules when mentioning and again and explaining that and again is played in the resolution step? So technically, the resolution step is where those things are played. Technically, is why it was explained that way. KAC. Because, like, you'll notice that, like, here in just a minute, I'll have an option to play something in the resolution step. Yeah, them blocking with the arm piece, like, really screamed Skyward in there, but I didn't really feel like we were in a spot to do anything else. All right, we're going to Arsenal this. See what our opponent has here. Soup up for 4. So they've activated Puffin for a cog. They are going to play Fate. Let's see what we got. Blue debilitate to the bottom is fine. We don't need that. It's going to be this and a gun. So if we block here, pitching Terrace under and the shelter, we can take 2 from the gun and throw the Titan's Fist. Seems okay. We could also eat some more damage to Arsenal the shelter here, but I don't really think that's where we want to be. I think we're just okay with just taking the gun down to 37 and swinging 4 back at them. Like, we cover that turn pretty efficiently. Like, this is one of those matchups where I don't think that just, like, blocking out and just, like, playing slop is going to work. I think we're going to have to try and, like, play, like, old school Oldham style, where we have to use Titan's Fist as an actual weapon and not just when it's convenient. There will be turns when we have to take off, I think. There will be turns when we have to take off, I think, to be able to, like, you know, just block out and play the defensive game. But we want to be doing this as much as possible. God, I would love to have a freaking ripple away here. Oh my God. I have no idea how much I'd give to have a ripple away right there. Or drawing cards? You love to see that.
Lizard.
The more they use their gold, the better off we are, because it means they have less stacked up. I think we can bottom the bet big. Like, we can sink below, bottom this, ripping into a Cranial Crush is fine. I'm, again, just trying to find a Midas touch so that we can get this thing off the board. Like, that's really the goal here, is just to get the Polycrank off the board. And then we're going to go again into Titan's Fist. Arsenal to Staunch. We had a couple of lines there we could have taken. Like, we could have, like, leaked some damage to try to do something else, but I think this is just better. Like, just being in this like, just the aggression is really where we want to be. They're blocking with a card from hand. There's no world they're reaching for Tunic here, right? No. Oh, they have an overcrowded or something. Okay. E1, we are playing log in the deck. We are just not playing log in this matchup because I want to test a theory that Trent and I were discussing today and how Titan's Fist Rampart lines up against Puffin in general, like as the fatigue angle. Play another thing and let me... Okay, this is fine. We can just plan on killing this. I wish we could shelter that, but we can't. I'm sorry, I wish we could ripple that, I mean. Yeah, Trent, I want to test the theory and see how it feels. It's going to be very hard to use Good Time Chapeau this game, though. Is like one of the problems. I'm just going to give them the Chapeau here. So block like this. They'll blow up the ripple away. We will hit them with the Staunch. We could hit them with both if we wanted to. Depends on what they throw at us, right? Ooh, I like this little like bluffing game they're playing with me here where they're thinking about passing. I mean, taking 7 would be less than ideal. Okay, there it is. So now they're going to blow up the ripple away. We are going to hit him with a staunch. Say no. Yeah, we had to be careful to not let staunch response get blown up there. We take 4 down to 33. I was also worried about the pummel. We could have played this to like force them to discard a card, but they kept 2 cards on purpose. And we're just going to kill Polly here. No reason to do anything else. If they have like a Sky Warden of some variety in hand, we're now like making it awkward for them. We brought in both copies of Respite, right? Yeah. I want to keep Buckle in hand. I don't think I want either of these, right? We're just going to pitch the Titan's Fist. We'll block like this. Or we'll pitch the Thunderquake, I mean. And if they break the chain for anything, we're in a pretty good spot. Because we can Rampart again. I think we're just going to take 4 here and use the Respite as a 5-value card. So they want to keep both their action points. This is actually quite awkward. Maybe this is what we're supposed to save this for. I mean, really don't want to let this hit. This feels bad. Yeah, I don't think we can let this hit. I think we're forced into covering this up. We go to 30, prevent the damage that would be dealt by this. And then they're going to throw the gun at us for 3. And again, I think we're in a spot where I'm okay with this. I'm just going to go to 27 and throw the gun at them. See how they want to block. Yeah, I think that Buckle and Sense Weakness, like now that Polly's gone, I mean, Sense Weakness has no value, right? Sense Weakness has literal 0 value. So I think it is technically better to keep the Buckle in the deck, but I don't really know that it's going to matter either way. I mean, if Sky Warden, then, you know, like, I don't think we can play around that the whole game. Like, I don't think you can ever, like, truly hard fatigue this on a deck that is pivoting in between fatigue. Like, this card blocks 3, which is fine. Overcrowded is kind of like extra medium. We're just going to use Tunic for Rampart. And if they break the chain, I will just like pay 1. That's fine. Like to use Rampart again. No tokens in play, so we'll just cover it up like this. We'll throw Titan's Fist for a measly 3. I guess, like, to Dave's point, like, the Sky Warden would have been really bad last turn because they had 2 cogs in play. So maybe I'm supposed to, like, pick my window there. Makes sense that, like, we're, like, choosing our spot. Hammer for 3 feels very sad. I agree. So we're going to steal their entire turn right here. They don't make a cog. They add a counter back, and that's all that happens. And then we can overpower this. Like, this seems fine to overpower, right? Because if they cover it up, they're giving us 3 cards. Yeah, I think this is like a very okay chance to wager here. God, Ripple always so good. All right, so they're just going to take 9 and discard a card. That's great with me. There's nothing we could draw that matters, I don't think. We'll go Terrace Under first. Terrace Under gives us a real chance. Terrace Under gives us a real chance to try and hit some disruption later. Because, like, right here, like, we've seen a Sink Below. I know they're on Sink Belows. But we have not had, like... We haven't had a chance to, like, get multiple of their Sink Belows out of their deck. How much are we respecting this? I mean, it would feel pretty bad to have this be the play. Maybe they drew into this. I don't know enough about this deck to know whether we should be respecting it or not here. I mean, yeah, like... And then they're also going to throw the damn gun at us after this? All right, so we have to respect Pummel. They are the Guardian now. It feels pretty accurate right now. Command and Conquer gets rid of our arsenal. We're just going to cover this up to stay head on life. With 3 golden cogs in play, we should be dodging the Sky Warden if we can, just like Dave was talking about. We could have blocked like 10 there if we wanted to, but I don't think that's correct. I mean, they were telegraphing the Pummel like 3 ways from Sunday. You are correct, but I don't... We would have been giving up our entire hand to play around it, and that doesn't feel right to me. I mean, pitch Riches to Staunch. Swing the Hammer and Arsenal this. How many CNCs have we seen? 2? Yeah, this seems fine. Yeah. Blocking that out made a lot of sense there because we weren't allowing them to have that 3 gold setup. Our hand was really awkward otherwise, which is good. Like, I don't know. That's an interesting decision point, right? Because it did. Like, the Pummel was very telegraphed. I agree with you. I'm just, like, in my head, I'm like, are we ever in a position where we can give up all 4 cards? Like, we would... 3 cards would have come out of our deck? Ah, man. I don't know. Feels like a tough decision. If I take 4, which is what it looks like it's gonna be... Actually, I can just block with Rampart, right? E-Strike, put this on the bottom, Command and Conquer. Yeah, we can literally just Rampart block for value here. We're letting them know we don't have the Pummel because we're not saving the counter, but I think this is fine. We're just getting more value here. Put this on the bottom first for go again. Hopefully they don't give a D-React here. We'd like to be able to get a card out of their hand and then throw CNC. Setting up this Oasis Respite in that situation would be very powerful. They very quickly block with 2 cards. Okay, hopefully this is backbreaking. No blocks. Okay, sure. And they're still taking 6, though. I feel pretty good about that. They have no gold in play. How many cheating scoundrels do they have left? They got Command and Conquer Palantir. Okay, sure. I mean, they're down to 14. Like, And if they do try to pummel us or hit us with some sauce, we have the Oasis Respite this time around. This is Sink Below. Sink below the shelter. And then we do not have anything cool to do with this hand. So I think we're just going to go like this and IP the Fate. There's what? One more Staunch we have? No, that. So we just put a shelter on the bottom. We have a Fate in hand. So there is a Fate we have not seen. And I'm pretty sure we overpitched the Sink earlier. All right, they're keeping their hand. They go to 10. And I'm pretty happy about that, to be honest. Here's Command and Conquer. Dovetail? I'm honestly tempted to just block 6. This is interesting. We could block 6. If we block Command and Conquer and drink them under the table, we can save Fate for Seam for whatever's left. I mean, they did just shuffle in all 3 Command and Conquers. So maybe we're supposed to give... I mean, we're fine, right? Like, we can go Oasis and Rampart. I think this is fine, yeah. Puffin is tough to block correctly at all times, I agree. How do you feel about the Suspense is Killing Me? Oh, so Damien's list had 3 copies of the Suspense is Killing Me. I cut it down to 2, and then I decided to make room for a buckle. I decided to make room for a buckle and a buckle and the Sense Weakness so that we could have those cards in the deck. But I was originally playing 2 copies of the Suspense is Killing Me, which, like, as a 2 of was fine. I mean, like, this is not great. I wish I didn't have to play the Oasis Respite here. I would rather hang on to it and nothing else, but we're only going to take 1 on this turn cycle. Down to 19, so we still have a 9-point lead. Hey. We're just going to sink the Bet Big. I would rather keep cards that wager in my deck for second cycle. Another red's actually incredibly awkward. 5 reds in a row is, like, kind of weird, especially when there's 33 blues in our deck. Why on God's green earth would you use Tunic to throw this at me? What am I about to get hit by? Nothing? That's the end of their turn? Okay. You could have pitched a card, though. I don't understand. Also, like, we still have 2 Rouses left in the deck, right? I mean, Rouse could be back-breaking the later we get in this game. Are you saying I haven't drawn a lot? I mean, we've drawn a few hands of mostly reds, yeah, which is awkward. It is less than ideal. Wonder if I'm supposed to block with Rampart there and take 2. Hold the Midas Touch for something else. Because I feel like they're gonna Puffin. Yeah, like I was like, I feel like there's gonna be a non-attack. Like when they play something like that and they generate their first gold for the turn, I feel like it screams to me Rampart block. So if they buff this 3 times, they're not going to be able to attack me with a gun. They have to do this with the trigger on the stack, which makes sense. They're going to blow up Cranial Crush. That was not right. That was dead anyway. I do not agree with that play. Okay, so we're blocking 3 on 9, and they have an action point left. I mean, we're just going to get Fate here. We'll bottom this. That's fine. Puffin's up on card significantly because the Pirate Puffin deck is not like as susceptible to fatigue as the normal like fatigue or the normal aggro version of like the boost version of the deck, which I think is really neat. Like I think this is actually a really interesting matchup. Man, we could have Rampart blocked so much this game. We're just gonna Arsenal the Rouse and look for a hand that plays it. Like we may take a little bit of damage to try and play it. God, don't let this be a Sky Warden. Would feel so bad if it was. They get so much value here. Pirate Puffin's a really good deck. Like if you're sleeping on Pirate Puffin for Nats, please don't. Please don't. Are there any Sky Wardens left? Should I be afraid of this card? There's one that they pitched. I guess they Remembrance, so it doesn't really matter. There's 2 CNCs left. If you could not have one here, that'd be cash money of you, opponent. Yeah, we're going to try and play this Rouse here. Like, this is the perfect hand to do it, too. Because we can do, like, Rouse into, like, Thunderquake when they're at 10. Yeah, I think we're just okay with this. I'm just not going to pay. They're going to blow it up, right? So who cares? Yeah, we're just going to let this happen. Like, we're going to take 9, and we're going to push a lot of damage. Sky Warden less bad here is they have 2 cogs at 2 steam counters. That's true. The number of counters also represents, like, how willing they are to, like, give up some stuff there. There's no reason to do it that way. Well, I mean, I guess they wanted to save it for a D-React there. So we're going to pitch this, and we're going to reveal these 2. This should be a point in the game where we take a decent amount of tempo. Like, we're going to force them to give us cards here. D-React from Arsenal. No. And then you have to give me at minimum 1 card. You should probably give me 2. Did I say, like, sleeping or sleeving on the wrong thing? Did I, like, say something wrong? I have no... Like, I probably did. You're down to 1? I mean, okay. Like, you're at 1. Ripple Away's a blowout. Overpower Bedbeg to win the game. I mean, I'm hoping that Bedbeg is going to win us this game. We're going to go to 3 to try to end the game with it here. Sky Warden would be really bad for us. I mean, there's multiple ways they could get around this. And us having taken 6 would be bad. But we still have Flexors and Tunic up. So, like... Oh. That makes so much sense. Sorry, Electrum. I'm like asleep at the wheel, apparently. But I like that. That's good. B-React here? Sure. So we took 3 cards out of their deck, though. They get to make all the tokens, which is like kind of annoying, but... Draw a card off Puffin? Okay. Tunic allows them to draw another card. So... I think we can block... Send the Titan... I think we can just block 2 cards, send the Titan's Fist for 4. I was about to try and, like, greed. Is this going to come in for 3? We block with the Buckle. Drawing a card doesn't really do anything for us, so I think we ship the Hammer for 4. If they don't have a Golden Sky Warden here, they're forced to block with multiple cards. Ripple Away and Tunic. And then we Arsenal the Overcrowded for the ambush effect. I don't think we were supposed to Flexors there. I think we need Flexors on this turn. So if we block like this, and then we can pitch the Flexors. How many Dovetails are left? The last one. And they're also out of Aeronauts here. They can't pummel this. We're going to go ahead and float Tunic. We're going to see how they play this out. Okay, so they're going to try and go over the top, which I think makes sense. Like, it's a good play by them, but we have Flexors. We're about to die to Razor. All right, well, that was not something I'm ever playing around. Well played, opponent. I am intrigued by the one of a Razor. Wow. Interesting. They were only on 2 Sync Belows as well. So my opponent's playing 2 copies of Pummel and a Razor Reflex. Yeah, I've got to admit, I was never playing around Razor ever. I'm trying to decide if my opponent played good cards and was rewarded, or if like they played bad cards and were rewarded off of lucky draws. Because there's like an interesting dynamic to this, right? Where like, just because you win with something doesn't actually mean it's correct in certain situations, but it was really good here. We hadn't seen one all game. This was unpummelable. And then we got juiced by the Razor. Now, if that was not Razor, that was a normal card. They have another card in their hand, which means they're at 18, 19. We're both at 19 cards, and I was at 3 and they were at 1. That was interesting. I'm going to have to ask Jesse and Emma what they think about that. I'm going to have to ask Jesse and Emma what they think about that, because I was not ready for the Razor. You overblock, he could have just gone again into Zeppelin. Yeah, that was one of those times where, like, that was not a great position to be in on my side. Definitely would have rather have been in the Puffin's position from there, I think. Man, I think we went second against Puffin, if I remember correctly, and we did lose.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Played around Pummel after we saw one, but Op was on one Razor. Ask Jesse and Emma if this is real or just random player on Razor. All right, so I've got notes to go in and like ask the team later, like if that's like a real thing that people are doing as Puffin, because I'm actually curious to know like if that's like a real pirate Puffin thing. Welcome back, Heartless. Heartless, was that you? We were just debating, like we were going back and forth on like whether the one of Razor is like good, or if it looked good in one position. Could you have gone to one earlier and sent the buckle for Dominate? I'd have to go back and watch the game, Cody. I'm honestly not sure, but I can go back and watch. So let's see. Against Katsu, we want some defensive options, I think. So Staunch could be okay. I don't really know if that's where we want to be. I think this is a fine Riches matchup. I think we can be on Pummels and Bravados. Bravados are like not really like a tech piece for this matchup, really just like more of like they fit into the deck. And Oasis Respite is like just not where we want to be. So I think we're going to try it like this and see how it feels. Now, there was an earlier iteration of the deck where I was playing there was an earlier iteration of the deck where I was playing Test of Iron Grips in the sideboard that Damien was on, and it was interesting. We are going first against Katsu. I wonder if they're on a lot of defense reactions or if they're on a lot of like, probably on a lot of like wind cutter stuff, right? I don't think we want to wager on turn 0. In fact, since we can't overpower, do I want to like not let them fuel? Yeah, I mean, we'll just ship this, right? We'll ship this. Arsenal to sink below. Leave the... No, let's leave this in hand. Let's come in for 6. We're not going to wager. I'm brewing the Razor. I've tried it. 3 was bad. So you really like one of it? So you really like the one of like build of the one of Razor build? Heartless? Because it's interesting. Oh, the new tutor, the new 1 for 5 that tutors and Razor is actually pretty solid. There was actually a time earlier in the game where like you had the 1 for 5 with like multiple cards in hand, but I wasn't really expecting to play around it. Betsy wins at the end. I mean, I think Betsy has a very good late game strategy. Like log overpower is just a really good like late game strategy. No, Heartless, I completely get that. Like, and there's nothing wrong with still testing the deck. I was just... It was just like... I have to say, I was not ready for the Razor in any capacity whatsoever. There was a 0% chance I was ready for the Razor at the end of that game, especially considering I hadn't seen one. Oh, you mean in my deck for Nats? I mean, yeah, Betsy won the poll. We will be playing Betsy at US Nationals. Confirmed. Confirmed. So they play Empowerment. What are they discarding to Katsu? Discard a blue Whelming Gust Wave. Okay. And Ziggy, I have a Ziggy building question. Do you think the new card Fleeing Starbreeze is likely better than current funnel? What is Fleeing Starbreeze? Which one is Fleeing Starbreeze? We can bottom this. They could activate Wing Cutter, pitching their last card. This lets them draw 2 cards, one from this and one from Momentum. It feels really bad, but I think we're just going to give this up. I hate that. I really don't want to do that. 0 cost blue when this enters up to 1 target attack gets go again. Better than current funnel? In Ziggy, probably. It does both things, right? Like it plays on your opponent's turn. It's ward. It works with a chess piece. Yeah, I think it's probably better than current funnel. Are you playing her at Nats for fun? So, Board Game Rav, I made a deal with everybody who like hangs out and like watches the stream that if we got to 500 Twitch subscribers and YouTube members during the month of May, that I would play. I think we want to Arsenal the sink below, right? So we can block like this. I know it's inefficient and we could just block with the sink, but I think this is better. That I would play whatever hero my Discord voted on for me to play during or at US Nationals. So I'm playing Betsy at Nationals because that's what Discord voted on. But I do think that Betsy actually has a little bit of, does have some legs. I think there's something to be said. We're definitely going to take the Kodachis here. I have 0 interest in blocking the Kodachis out. I mean, this is just damage, right? So we block with the... Yeah, like we're just denying mask by blocking effectively here. Like they could shuriken if they want to, but I don't see a reason for them to do that. And then we'll block Macho. I don't want to give the sink here. There's nothing for them to Katsu. This doesn't have go again. We'll use the gold. Swing for 6. I will wager. I want to get the value of Good Time Chapeau rolling as fast as possible. And if they're okay with giving me 2 cards here, I'm okay with that. Like them giving us 2 cards, I think it's ultimately a winning line for us. This and a D-React. Again, like I know them having gold like could be valuable for them to like draw cards later, but this part of the game is favoring us, I feel like. I'm just going to block with the Command and Conquer. I'm just trying to save a little bit of life here. I was hoping they would throw something else at me so that I could block with Sink Below, overpower the hammer, and then set up the CNC and Arsenal. But I think we're just going to CNC for 7. This would be a phenomenal time to have a gold, because if I had a gold, I would be able to activate Chapeau and then come in for 7. Now, this does represent Pummel, so how is Betsy felt? I mean, we were off to a pretty good start against Dorinthea earlier when they left. The game against Puffin, I thought we were gonna win, but they had a razor at the end of the game, and it was really good. It won in the game. So it's been interesting. There's been a lot of like back and forth so far. Why block with helmet? Draw doesn't do anything. Just leak one. It was probably just a bad block by me. Just like trying to like talk and do too many things at one time. More than likely what happened there. They activate Heart and Cross Strap and then Kadachi. So we get to block like this. So if they do have an empowerment, it doesn't matter. Oh, shit, that's wrong. Sorry, opponent. I need to block. It kind of feels bad, but... Am I supposed to just give both cards there? Maybe I'm just supposed to give both cards, because we're not throwing the weapon with our one card here. Like, so if they decide to just pass, then, like... See, thankfully they threw that at us, so now they're going to go get a Shuriken in play. Sure, set up. All right, so we're at 32, they're at 34. They've pushed a little bit of damage here the last few turns. How many D-reacts have we ran through? It feels like quite a few, unfortunately. 1 Fate, 2 Shelters, and a Sink, and we have a Sink in Arsenal. Oh, they have a weird hand, so they're starting by cracking a gold. Okay. This hand, we are aiming to keep the Disable and the Terrace under. Block E-Strike, Bravado. Definitely taking the Kadachis here. Feels like they do understand their like anti-fatigue angle of just throwing Kadachis at me every single time they get a chance. If they Shuriken here, I am going to Flexors. I'm going to give up Terrace Under to Flexors. They're going to go get a second Shuriken in play. Now we can use Tunic with Bravado next turn. Be able to overpower the Pile Driver. Yeah, we're just going to get Flexors here. Take 2. If they're going to like Boots and like discard for like go again stuff, then that's fine. I'm okay with that. They must have had a weird one. All right, we need a gold to get our value train rolling. We are down 6 life, unfortunately. D-react? I mean, it's from hand. That's fine with me. I keep giving them gold. Their hands just like keep lining up to block. But again, I am okay with this. They have a Cranial Crush on top. And they have a Crouching Tiger. I mean, sure. So they get to discard this for like a combo piece where we'll give up the Fate for Scene. Actually, no, we'll give up the Sink below, put the Fate for Scene on the bottom. Oh, is this going to be for 4? Yo, crazy work, bro. All right, so Sink below. Put the Fate for Scene on the bottom. We're going to overpower again. If they want to give up Shuriken there, I'm fine with that. Force them to block this again. It's also worth noticing that like there is a pretty big like deck discrepancy at this point. Not that like that's our main game plan. All right, so they're on Flick Flacks and Sinks. So there's one more Sink and one more Flick Flack. Wonder what's in their arsenal. Wonder if they have like a Bonds and they're trying to go like 2 wide or something one turn. Was Pummel's not doing anything other than blocking. At least not right now, it's not. And I don't really want to Arsenal it. I'd much rather save it for like second cycle or something. Actually, no, I'll just go to 25. Being a little too greedy here with my blocking decision. I'm okay with just blocking 2 cards since we're up. Like, I know that since they have an Arsenal, this really does nothing, but 7. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys chilling while we are playing games. Testing Betsy for Nationals. What a statement of all time. Another D-React? There's the 3rd Sink below. Okay, Nate, when we get to 750, I cosplay as the hero that I'm playing at Nationals, which means at Nationals, I cosplay as Betsy. They just pass. I mean, yeah, we might as well. Like, we just get to throw 9 and, like, potentially they discard. They have had it a lot. An unofficial timeline of all events in Wraith. An unofficial timeline? That's kind of interesting, Havoc. Think they're giving you 2 cards every turn? No, I'm pretty happy with this. Like, them giving us 2 cards is fine. And, like, even this is a card. Like, they have to give us something here. Like, they have to give us something there, which is, like, fine with me. Not being able to pitch Riches to... Are they, like, setting up, like, a crazy pitch stack to kill us? If I wasn't trying to buy a house, the 1250 would be so worth. Yeah, Nate, I think that I think buying the house is more important than trolling me for Nats. Nate, you're not coming to Nats, are you? I mean, I don't feel like this is very indicative of how this matchup goes. Finally, we have a gold. I would like to wager for some tokens. Bucko. Oh, here's their hand. Whatever they've been trying to set up is finally here. At least it appears anyway. The cool thing is that, like, we can keep the blue and still, like, chapeau for some tokens here. Like, if we keep the rouse, we can still block with some pretty good stuff. Yo, what's up, Josh? It is written in HTML at the moment and incredibly unpolished. Dude. HTML is like code stuff, right? Is that right, Havoc? Okay, here we go. A little pitch stack action from our opponent on turn 11, maybe? If we get a close calling for the end of the year, I'd go, though. Is Kansas City close enough for you? Like, does that fit the bill? I think we're just going to give this and sink below. We'll bottom the rouse, looking for a better option here, I think. I'm totally okay with that. Because, like, if we block with Fate Foreseen, and then we can throw Drinkum under the table and we'll wager. I mean, that's 9 wagering. I'm in. It was the empowerment. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think Fate is fine. Like, maybe we're supposed to keep the Fate for something else, but I think blocking with Fate is perfectly okay with me. What's on top? Bottom that. We do not want... Like, Pummel... Never mind. I hate Pummel in this matchup. We have to find another card to play. Have to go back to the drawing board. I cannot pay, but I am definitely... Man, maybe leaving Pummel on top was actually, like, potentially insane. Because we could Arsenal it and then just, like, wait to, like, go crazy on the next attack we draw. More just how web pages are displayed, but essentially... okay. So they're going to discard a card and give us a card. I mean, I don't really want to Arsenal this, but... I think if we get a hand that wagers with this, it's going to be okay, right? We will take one. Kadachis are fine. I don't want to give them Mask and a Katsu trigger, so I think we're going to do this. Because the last Ancestral just went to the bottom. And is this the last Shuriken? Or is there one more somewhere? There might... No, the last one's on the board. Okay, so they did just, like, natty have it. Sure. And I think we're going to need to block with... Like, are we supposed to just, like, let them Katsu here and, like, have their turn? Like, what does this look like? Like, what does their time and the sun look like here? There can't be that many crazy good combo cards left. Like, there can't even be that much stuff they want to do. Yeah, Gust Wave was banished. So we get to take one down to 19. And then we get to go to 15. I mean, I guess if they want a Katsu, they can. I mean, I guess that's fair. Like, what else are you doing with this? Okay. So I was supposed to block this. It's going to be closer than I thought it was, actually. But this Bonds is going to be pretty good. We're going to have to block this out, or we're going to give them Mask. So we're going to go to 11 here. We have to cover this up, but we're going to go to 11. All right, so I've played this in-game very poorly against Katsu. Been a very poor in-game play by me. So we learned that 7 is a bigger number than 1 plus 1. What? You'll have to elaborate. Okay, them cracking for gold is good because it means they don't have a hand they like. The empowerment, they just shuffled. We don't know if they have the empowerment or not. Never mind. They do have it. It's going to feel bad because they're going to get Katsu and Mask trigger. Would have been bad. I don't think this hitting matters. Like, there's no go again here. There's no razor. Like, I don't see where this matters. All right. Blue on top, please. Yeah. So this is 9, and we're wagering a might and a gold here. Oh, weapon fatigue math? Oh, sure. You meant from the game. I'm following. I thought you meant from, like, how I blocked last turn. I wasn't exactly sure what you meant, but I'm following now. Yeah. I mean, it is really neat to know that, like, literally just blocking efficiently and throwing 7 has actually been pretty good. And now we're automatically set up to throw 7 next turn as long as we can keep 1 card. Oh, wow. Just kidding. They were on a 3rd Flick Flack. I just assumed it wasn't in there after this late in the game. Now, the Vigor is actually interesting because they can't lead on Kodachi. Could actually be good for us. Block with a Thunk. We're going to overpower Bebig. This isn't lethal, but does work pretty well. Oh, wow. We've been live 3.5 hours. Oh, yeah. I went live at like 5:45. I was like, yo, what? It's only 9:15. We're down to 2. We make all the tokens, and we pass. Also thought there was some D-Reacts left in our deck. Am I crazy? Yeah, there's a Shelter and a Fate. I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet. I'm just going to take this. This combo cards? That is combo cards specifically. There's no reason to block like that, right? Actually, it makes them use the Shuriken. We should block like this. Oh, they have the empowerment? Okay. But, like, what are they even Katsuing for at this point? What are they even Katsuing for? So this is just, we'll go to 1 here. We'll throw 7, get 2 cards, and then we have to give, we're going to get 2 cards. I actually am going to wager a gold. And now their turn is Dachi Dachi. Yep. We're going to block with the Fate for Scene on a Kodachi, which is hysterical. There's a beauty and a beat. And then we pile drive them. I mean, we fatigued them, but like our opponent was like just way too interested in like playing defense, I think, over the course of this game. I mean, we did block 94 damage. Like they blocked a lot. They blocked a lot over the course of that game that I don't think they should have. That I do not think they should have. Confetti! Hooray! I love hitting the confetti button. Makes me very happy. I won't lie to you guys. When Op was on Sync and Flick Flack and blocked a bunch, this allowed me to fatigue them through damage late. The plan was to race with log math on Chapeau. I think that's how you spell Chapeau, but never got there. Yeah, I don't know that Turtle Katsu, like, I mean, I know they weren't like Turtle Katsu, like they were like obviously like a blend, but I don't know. That was interesting. It was very interesting. So excited for Pirate Puffin. I've been a day one enjoyer and was kind of salty that Pirate Puffin build wasn't as strong as Boost, but the new cards seem to really get her where she needs to be. She is really good with the new cards. I think Pirate Puffin's actually a real deck. I'm expecting to see a good bit of it at Nationals. Guys, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. I am going to run another poll in the Discord to see what everybody thinks about when we should lock in the deck. I know I had originally talked about voting on it this weekend, but I think we'll run a poll and see if everybody wants to wait another week so that we can see the BR and the BNR, and we can see the Prague this weekend to see like what other cards are coming out and stuff like that, so we can know how to tech the deck. So we'll run a poll like that in the Discord, and then let everybody know that there's probably some more time coming. So anyway, stream tomorrow night. We will be playing Betsy because that is where we are at for U.S. Nationals. Be working on the deck that I've been working on, maybe try a few different things around. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you guys have a good night. Take it easy, guys.